when our pregame show continues.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arkansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Arkansas Broadcasters Association and this station.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast. See what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Welcome back to the Cyclone pregame show. Russellville's never faced Greenbrier in football. The Panthers moved up to 6A for the first time in school history. Last year, Greenbrier was undefeated until they were knocked out of the 5A state semifinals by Pulaski Academy, 38-28. They finished the season last year 12-1. It was the most wins in a single season in school history. Greenbrier is coached by Randy Tribble, who's in his 15th season as the head coach for the Panthers. Tribble was the head coach at Harding University when he succeeded Ronnie Peacock there in 1994. Tribble left Harding in 2006. He took over a winless team at Greenbrier, went 9-1 in his second season. He's won 106 games as the head coach for the Greenbrier Panthers. Coming up, we'll preview the game from Greenbrier when we return. This is the Cyclone pregame show.
The heater broke down, I had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, gotta call AshleyAir.com. Your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. The technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
River Country, KCJC proudly presents Russell. Thank you. Now the prayer will be given by Andrew James. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for gathering everyone here tonight. I pray that you keep everyone safe here tonight, Lord. And Lord, I thank you for the freedom that we have to play this great game. And most of all, thank you for your mercy and your grace that you so freely give us. It's in your name. Amen.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year. With 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County, ABC provides all-day child care, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy. Changing our world one student at a time.
Welcome, friends. We're coming to you live from Don Jones Stadium in Greenbrier, where conditions are perfect for some Cyclone football. Good evening. I'm Mickey Duval. I'm joined by Aaron Duval, my color man, our producer back at Russellville, Stephen Berry, our media team, Maggie Duval and Chase Canfield. As we continue our pregame show, we're on the radio at FM 102.3. We're also streaming the audio live on the internet at rivercountrykcjc.com. And, of course, we're on the YouTube Cyclone Booth page. Just go to youtube.com and search for Cyclone Booth. You can always watch the games right here free of charge. Time for our Cyclone Watch. What's on your radar tonight? I turn to my color man for tonight, Aaron Duval. What's on your radar?
Well, the run game of the Cyclones, they have established that run over the past 3 games. Offensive line have created the openings for Daniel and Foster, and these two do not need big holes with their quickness and speed. When they get into that secondary, it's pretty much over with. They've got the speed to take it all the way. And the run opens up the passing lanes for Reed to hit his receivers. And he's been very good at passing, the short passes. And we've been calling some names that we haven't called before. So everybody, a lot of people are getting to get to touch the ball. One person especially, Ben Hall, I'm happy to see back in the passing process. Each week, so tonight, pressure on the quarterback and let our defense go to work with them.
All right, we're going to take a break and come back. We'll have the 6A West Roundup, Conference Roundup, right after this. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air wants to take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business. Not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
At Fleet Tire, Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of a handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget, because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
KCJC, Darknell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back to your Cyclone pregame show. Russellville sending out their 4 captains tonight. Number 52, Will Lamberson. Number 67, Nicholas Horniak. Number 89, Jose Augusto. And number 16, Gabe Hogue. We're going to talk about the 6A West. Last week, of course, Russellville had that 7-point win against Van Buren. Little Rock Christian Academy beat Mountain Home easily 45-13. Lake Hamilton beat Greenbrier 33-14. PA was all over Siloam Springs 64-17. Greenwood was open. So that still means that 3 teams are up at top of the conference, undefeated records. Of course, Lake Hamilton is 5-0. Greenwood and PA both are 4-0. Russell's actually sitting in 4th place right now, 3-2. Little Rock Christian, who beat Russellville, they're a half game behind, sitting at 2-2. Greenbrier, Van Buren 1-3, Mountain Home Siloam 0-5. A lot of teams still in play for those top 6 spots. Russellville, of course, at Greenbrier tonight. The big game in the conference, big game in Class 6A actually, is Lake Hamilton against Greenwood. Little Rock Christian is at Siloam Springs. PA visits Van Buren, and Mountain Home is open. Mountain Home, I talked to their media team, and they've been excited what Russellville's done the last couple weeks, especially last week beating Van Buren, says it helps their cause. Russellville and Greenbrier tonight, both these teams still eyeing the playoffs. Russellville, if they can win 2 of their last 3, they can probably host a playoff game in that first round because the 3 and 4 seed gets to host. And so it's a big game for both teams. Greenbrier, even though they're 1-3 in conference play, they played the 3 toughest teams in PA, Little Rock Christian, and Greenwood. So they feel like it's going to be a little easier for them. And we got different opinions about how easy it's going to be tonight. Stephen, we're going to take a 60-second break here and then be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Russellville Cyclone Football.
Shane here with you, and we're speaking with my very good friend, Mr. Nathan George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
One of the things that we have acquired is a laser engraving machine, whether it's engraving simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Welcome back. It's homecoming here for Greenbrier, and they have a lot of festivities out on the field. Of course, they have everything mapped out. They even had Russellville's pep band play their alma mater before Greenbrier's alma mater. We're finally ready for some Cyclone football. Okay, looks like we're going to receive the opening kickoff. Don't know who won or not, but usually if we're receiving, that means that we did not win the opening kickoff. Coach Wheeler likes to put his offense his defense on the field to start the game if he has a choice. We'll say that Russellville in their road white uniforms with red pants, black helmets, of course, red numbers. Greenbrier, I'm really happy to see their uniforms. They're in blue with white. All the other home games they've had, they've been in blue with black numbers, and as it gets darker, it's almost impossible to see. So it's going to be good for us and our cameras to be able to pick those up. We do have some injuries to tell you about for Greenbrier, some key injuries involving their starting quarterback who was out after the first series of last game against Lake Hamilton. If you heard Coach Wheeler talk about it in our pregame show, you know all about it. But I don't have to wait as Russell's offense is going to be on the field first. Kicking off will be Logan Graham. He handles their PAT, their field goal duties, and their kickoff duties most of the time. Their punter is also their starting quarterback who's out, Kane Griffin. This one going to be kicked deep and going to be fielded at the 10-yard line as Mekhi Foster angles towards the 20, breaks an arm tackle there, and he'll spin, gets about to the 24-yard line. So a 14-yard return by Mekhi Foster.
Yeah, a good return by Foster, ran into his own blocker, but good coverage by Greenbrier, but still we're starting in good field position.
Well, and you say it's a good return, and it is, but it's under his average. I mean, that's how good, really good that he's been on returns this year. He's averaging 17 yards a return, but, you want obviously to catch it first, but you want to get past that 20, get a first down. He did with 14 yards on the return. Russellville starting at their own 24-yard line, out of the shotgun formation, man in motion. And we're going to hand off on the sweep. Is this Gabe Hogue? It is. He breaks a tackle at the 30, gets to the 35-yard line, a first down on the 12-yard pickup for Gabe Hogue.
And he comes right off to the sideline. Usually when he has his hands on the ball, he's intercepted it. But first play, a good Good run.
I joked with him this week. I said, "You're going to get so many pick sixes, they're going to put you on offense because these receiving touchdowns." And he said, "Every time I try to touch the ball, I'm trying to score." Okay, tight formation here as Hogue is off. Daniel's going to get the call on the sweep, running to the right side, picking his moment. He'll tuck it underneath and get inside, past the 35 to about the 39-yard line is where they have his forward progress stop. So a 3-yard pickup there by Tracy Daniels.
Daniels, a good run. He was picking, watching his blockers, and picking the hole. He does that real well.
Daniel, 3 consecutive games rushing over 100 yards. He's going to be kind of the reason why we have our Cyclone History segment while we're focusing on Cecil James and that team. And so, listen, that'll be at halftime. Daniel's there, 3-yard pickup on first down. He is still the running back. He's going to take it on the draw, straight up the middle, and he'll get past the 40, near the 45, going to be a couple yards shy of a first down for Russellville, as it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2. Daniel now a couple of carries for 8 yards. Of course, against Van Buren last week, he had 271 yards, which missed the school record by about 15 yards set by Cecil James back in 2000. Caden Rose is the receiver here to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side here on 3rd and 2. Here comes the run blitz by Greenbrier. And Russellville looks like they're going to get the first down anyway. I don't know. It's very close. Fish on the far side may have him about a half yard shy as he gets just past the 45-yard line. We'll have to check and see. Okay, boy, it's a bad spot. And it's barely past the 45. So it's 4th and 1 for the Cyclones. Russellville's only gone for it 13 times this year and converted only 2, 15%. That's not a very good percentage. Coach Wheeler, and he's running down. He may be calling a timeout. They're checking with him. I'm looking at him. He's right below us, and he's saying, let's wind the clock down and call timeout. Let's think about it. And they're going to call timeout right now. So either he's already made up his mind and he didn't want to rush the punt team out there or rush a call in, or he's still thinking about it. And he's going to call over the offense. As we said, we're going to keep it right here as it's a timeout. Russellville looking at 4th down and about almost a full yard here. And like I said, 15% conversion rate on 4th down. Not great. Just two successful conversions on 13 tries on 4th down this year. And Coach Wheeler, they were looking at him. They've got their instructions, and he's kind of standing off to the side now. I'm checking him, so they've decided what they're doing. It's hard to tell because, your punter has been Hallmark. He's going to be in there anyway. And we'll see if they decide to punt. They go Wildcat, or maybe they just go regular formation. I think Russell's going to punt the football away. No, they're going to. It looks like they're going to wide. Yeah, but I'm looking at Hallmark. It looks like they're going to line up in Wildcat formation. That's what we're looking at, number 9 right there. So this could still be a punt if he backs up, and he's actually in front of Tracy Daniels. 4th down and a yard for Russellville. Greenbrier creeping up from the sides, and Hallmark's going to call his own number. Run to the outside. He's got the first down easy. He's in Greenbrier territory, still on his feet as he gets inside the 45 to the 41. Big Ben Hallmark, instead of going inside, took it outside, and a lot of running room over there as he needed 1, and he got 14.
And that's what Greenbrier was expecting, him up the middle, but he was dragging 2 of those defenders with him down the sidelines.
So make it 3 for 14. Sorry about that. 3 for 14 on the conversion to 4th down. And Russell keeping this drive alive. No score. We're nearing the 9-minute mark. Here's a swing pass out in the to Tracy Daniels, and he'll get positive yards inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. First pass of the night for D.A. Reed. It's complete for 5 yards. And D.A., very smart quarterback, been very efficient this year. 8 touchdown passes, just 3 interceptions. He's now completed 61 of 98 on the season, nearing 800 yards. I tell you, Tracy Daniels has been the starting running back for the last 3 games. He did carry some early on, but he's got 650 yards on the season, and most of that has come in the last 3 games. Looking now at 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. Lone receiver to the short side of the field, the left side is Rose. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Reed is going to hand it off to Daniels, running left side and running through tacklers. He gets to the 30-yard line, and a first down for the Cyclones coming up.
Very powerful run just off that left guard position.
Tracy now 4 carries for 15 yards. And, during the pregame, we were kind of setting up. I got to visit with Caden Rose's stepdad, and he said, Caden's a little frustrated because he's double teamed. I told him he's got to get open, and I said, yeah, he's going to be facing double teams for a while. And I'm looking right now. He's over here on the short side. They got 2 guys on him. They have dedicated to Caden Rose. They don't want him beating him. Mackay Foster now in the game at running back. Here's a man in motion. This is Gabe Hogue. They're going to fake it to him, and Mackay's going to get it, and he is stopped for a loss back around the 31-yard line. Well, the fake to Gabe Hogue didn't work that time, and they were all over Mackay. Never had a chance. They do give him forward progress, so it's only a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 coming for the Cyclones at the 31-yard line of Greenbrier. We have no score, under 7.5 to go here in the first quarter. Congratulations to the Whirlwind football team, the 9th graders. They defeated Greenbrier last night, 24-20. Very exciting game. That was decided in the 4th quarter. Here's Mackay Foster. Started with the sweep. He'll cut it back inside and get back past the original line of scrimmage. A couple extra yards to the 28-yard line. Be 3rd down and 8 coming. That play was designed to go out to the outside, but put his foot in the ground and cut it up inside. 3rd down and 8. 3 receivers to the right. 1 receiver left. Alec Bowles is the outside receiver. Good to see him back. He missed last week due to injury. Rolling to his left is D.A. Reed. Nowhere to go. He's going to tuck it and run. He'll get shy of the 25-yard line. Nowhere close for a first down. Pick up of 2 yards. 4th down and 6 coming. Well, from here, it would be a 43-yard field goal. It's definitely too close to punt it. So Russellville, they may decide to go for it, even though it's 4th and 6, just because they're too close to punt, too far for a field goal. Eli Stratton, who's been handling that, is 1 of 1 on field goals. His only attempt was from 25 yards, and Russell's going to go for it here on 4th down and 6. Man in motion, that's Harrison. Back to pass is Reed. He steps up in the pocket, throwing now across the middle. It's incomplete. Tried to go to Christian Strop, and incomplete, and Strop is going to be slow to get up. He's still down, and he's down, he's injured, so we're going to have a stoppage of play, but Russell's going to turn the ball over on downs here with 5:52 left to play here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. We have no score, 5:52 left in the first quarter. You're listening and watching Russellville Cyclone football.
Mr. Break and Lose 15 Main Street has the best oils like Mobil 1, Castrol, Motorcraft, Rotella, and Quaker State without breaking the bank. Plus specials to save even more. Come by 1415 East Main Street when you need an oil change or repair work from your local one-stop maintenance shop you can count on. Mr. Break and Lube, and follow Mr. Break and Lube on Facebook to keep up with monthly specials.
Welcome back. 5:52 left to play in the first quarter. Christian Strop still down, and he seems to be in a lot of pain, and everybody quiet thinking about him, praying for him right now. Russellville just failed to convert a 4th down and 6. And Reed, the good thing about D.A. there on that play is he had time. He initially was looking left, then looked right, step up in the pocket, and threw it across the middle, and he just had a small window of opportunity there. And was unable to convert. So Russellville, on that drive, they take over at the 24. They went 50 yards in 11 plays, and they turned the ball over on downs. Russellville, even though they turned the ball over on downs, they've been very good at protecting the football this year. I was looking, when doing the pregame study here, at how well they protected the football and how well the defense has taken the football away. Russellville +8 in turnover margin this year. You look at the defense, they have 4 fumble recoveries and 12 interceptions on the season. And when I talked to Coach Wheeler a couple weeks ago, I was talking to him about what stats do you look at, and he said, well, don't look at the conventional stats. Of course, he said they have it, but he looks at almost like, he didn't call them splash plays, but big gains. He calls them momentum changers. And statistic-wise, he says a quarterback's got to get hit 38% of the time on non-running plays, and, well within the rules. But he said even in the fourth quarter, even if you're Peyton Manning, if you're getting hit enough, you're going to start short-arming some stuff and start getting rid of the ball quicker. But one of the things he does, he said he wants his defense to turn the ball over to his offense on the opponent's side of the 50. He wants that 3 to 4 times a game, and he also wants the defense just to keep them out of the end zone. Russellville, looking over this offense of Greenbrier, it's been tough to prepare for. If you heard the pregame show with Coach Wheeler, you heard him talk about this, but their quarterback has been number 17, Kane Griffin. On the last play of the very first drive last week against Lake Hamilton, he went out with a knee injury. He jogged off the field, but he was limping favorably on his left knee and did not play the rest of the game. They started with their third-string quarterback, number 3, Kane Richardson, who usually only plays in Wildcat formations, but then they went with what was a third string that night, but is usually their backup quarterback, number 9, Owen Scribner. For the season, he's 8 of 16, 214 yards. 15 of those pass attempts came against Lake Hamilton. Before that, he had only thrown one pass all year, and that was their blowout victory against Siloam Springs. We talked to their coaching staff. They said, we're going to play both guys, Owen Scribner, number 9, and Kane Richardson, number 3. Scribner is more of the passer. Number 3, Kane Richardson, more of the runner. Now, their main guy, though, is a wide receiver, number 31, Carter McElhaney, and he's the real deal. He's got 3 different games this year where he's got 2 touchdown receptions. He's got over 100 receiving yards in 3 different games, including against Lake Hamilton, Greenwood, and Farmington. He went for 190 last week against Lake Hamilton with a backup quarterback. That's how good that guy is. Yeah, he's scored a touchdown in all games but 1 this year. He's a fantastic receiver, and he actually will run a little bit. He's got 28 carries on the season, kind of out of that sweep formation, but had a big 82-yard touchdown reception last week against Lake Hamilton. We still have a Christian down on the field and tending to him, and sadly I think they're bringing out the paramedics, and he's moving, but I think the problem is somewhere on that left side, shoulder, arm, something like that. I hate to speculate, but I know if you're listening on the radio, you're curious, well, what's going on? Right now there's 5:52 left here in the first quarter, and we have no score. I tell you what, we're going to take a 60-second break here and gather our thoughts a little bit, be thinking about Christian Strop, and we'll take a break and come back. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-58 to East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
5-star rating on Google? Check. Climb your tree versus driving in your yard? Check. Top-notch front office staff? Check. Tree-wise tree guys, tree work experts, using proven technology and techniques for climbing and rigging your tree removals and trims. Give Jalen a call today, 479-222-0793. Tree-wise tree guys. We'll go out on a limb for you.
Welcome back. Strop walks off under his own power, but he's got that left arm with a big cast on it. I'm hoping that's just a dislocation. Again, I hate to speculate, but that's the only thing we can do. Greenbrier takes over their first offensive series. They have the ball thrown 26-yard line, and the snap gets through the legs of quarterback Scribner, and he'll have to cover it back at the 13-yard line. And he never had a chance on that. They rolled that back to him. Owen Scribner, who's more of the passing quarterback, is the one that started. That's kind of what we figured because he is more of the thrower. They're going to go quick here with 3 receivers to the left. One goes in motion, stops and goes back. And that is Miles Miller, and then gets set up. The play clock's only at 18, and now it's a check with me. Russellville, Gabe Hoag's thinking up on that far side. Looks like he might be showing blitz. The running back is Cardinal McElhaney, the leading receiver on the team. And now he's going to motion out of the backfield, empty backfield. A lot of movement here. And Scribner passes incomplete, and that was almost a pick 6 by Gabe Hoag. He jumped up there, got both paws on it.
If he'd have caught that, he had clear sailing right into the end zone.
Yeah, they set up the screen, and again, look, Gabe, yeah, great athlete, but he shows you how smart he is. Again, that's film study right there. He knew the formation, and he went exactly where he thought the ball was going to be. 3rd down and 23 as they have the ball at their own 13-yard line. Defense, again, is shifting around. Hogue is now going with McElhaney. They're going to forward pass on a shovel pass to McElhaney, running on the far side. He stops at the 15, cuts it back at the 20. He's going to be put out of bounds, shy of the 25, nowhere close on that. Goes as a completed pass because it's a forward shovel. That's why it's a save, because if they drop it, it's not a fumble. But they are well short of the first down, and they're going to go 3 and out. Good job by the defense.
Good job. Good pursuit by the defense, getting him out of bounds.
And their regular quarterback, Kane Griffin, number 17, is their regular punter. But they did have to have a punter last week when he went out, and they're going with Eric Hewitt, number 12. Mackay Foster right around midfield, and Russellville putting on the punt safe. And Mackay's going to call for the fair catch, and it goes off his knee, and there's a scramble for it back around the 40, and coming up with it, 39-yard line, Russellville Cyclones. Is that Trenton Reynolds over there that came up with that? I couldn't tell. I think it was Reynolds, number 44, is able to come up with this.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Russellville.
Yeah, Russell will have it at their own 39-yard line. Whew, that was close. 39-yard punt to the 39. Russellville has it with 4:53 left to play here in the first quarter. Great job by the 3 and out there by the defense. And now here's Tracy Daniels, gets the call on first down, runs into a pile, and the pile stops at the 42, so a pickup of 3 on the play. Russellville content to run the football if it's going to work. You're going to get 3 or 4 yards to carry. You're fine with it.
And that's what he's doing right now, moving the ball.
They gave him an extra yard to the 43-yard line. And so a pickup of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6, under 4.5 to go. Here in the first quarter, we have no score. Daniels to the right of D.A. Reed, the quarterback. Reed, play action. No, he's going to hand it off to Daniels, running a sweep, and he tucks it, gets the first down as a shifty little move at the 45 to get some extra yards, and he's into Greenbrier territory at the 48-yard line.
That's what's so great about Daniels, that quickness and speed when he gets to the outside. And you saw it there. Oh, I didn't see the flag.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. It's back here at the 40-yard line. So negate that run because it's from the spot, and it's going to be more than a 10-yard penalty. It's a 10-yard penalty, but from the spot at 39, it pushes Russellville all the way back to the 29. So it goes as a 14-yard penalty against Russellville. Second down and 20. Reed back to pass. Steps up, nothing there. He's going to tuck it and run. He's across the 30, 35, and scampers out of bounds at around the 37. Good job by D.A. not forcing anything. And 2nd 20, you're not going to pick it all up there. He gets some positive yards there. And they're going to give him the 35-yard line, so better than I even thought. A 6-yard run makes it 3rd down and 14. Russellville coming into the game, 39% on 3rd down conversions. Russellville needs their own 49-yard line for the first down. 2 receivers to each side. Hard count by D.A. Reed, and then a check with me. And they'll change the play. Play clock down to 3. Here comes a snap. Pump fake. Reed going to have to roll. He rolls right out of pressure throwing. It's incomplete. Daniels hit as soon as the ball got to him. Timed beautifully there by Parker Roberts. And Russellville going to have to punt the ball away. That was just a good defensive play.
Good defensive play, and just a few seconds earlier, Daniels was open.
Yeah, but good job by their linebacker there. And Russell going to have to punt the football away on 4th down and 14. We have no score, 3:48 left to play here in the first quarter. It's supposed to be a tight game. So far it is. Democrat Gazette picked Greenbrier. Hootens picked Russellville. Low snap, but ends up being a low kick. And a great bounce here for Russellville as it gets an extra 9 yards, rolling down to the 25-yard line. Hallmark able to handle that snap, and he gets the 40-yard punt. And Greenbrier will have their second possession, starting at their own 25-yard line. Next week, the Cyclones will be at home for their final regular season home game as they host Greenwood. Over on Cyclone Booth, we'll actually have Thursday night's game as the Whirlwinds travel to Clarksville. Whirlwinds won last night over Greenbrier, 24-20. Greenbrier won the 8th grade game. The Panthers here looking at first down at 10 from their own 25-yard line. Scribner throws a little screen pass to McElhaney. He's cut down at the 25-yard line, goes for no gain.
Good job by Foster coming in there, reading that play.
Well, they know who they want to go to. They want to go to number 31, Carter McElhaney, who lines up just about everywhere. And second down and 10 coming for the Panthers. Scribner, who's getting the start tonight, 6'1", 175, usually their backup. He's going to hand it off to the running back, Matthew Garrett. He's the backup running back, but he gets almost as many carries as the starter. He didn't get anywhere. Gets a yard, maybe two, to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, number 32, Thomas, met him there, wrapped him up, and then he had help from the other defensive players.
Number 10, Matthew Garrett, and number 19, Parker Roberts, has been their main two guys, but they only have a difference of 10 carries between them. And Garrett has 2 touchdown carries on the season, but his longest run from scrimmage has been 18 yards. Third down and 9 coming for the Panthers, and they're still trying to get lined up here. The play clock's down to 8 seconds. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Scribner. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He does snap it. He's looking right all the way. He's got to flush out of the pocket, throws it back to the middle field. It's a jump ball, and it's going to be intercepted by Russellville at the 44-yard line. Eli Stratton with the pick. Rebound. The 2 guys were going for it. Stratton was the stronger player.
Stratton just took it away from that offensive player. Greenbrier.
And Eli Stratton with the interception. And they give him credit for a 1-yard return. And now Russellville, and that's one of the things we were just talking about. It said that Coach Wheeler likes his team to turn the ball over on the opponent's side of the 50, and they do it right here. And here's Gabe Hogue on the sweep. First play that started the game, and he gets positive yards inside the 40 to the 37.
When Hogue gets that ball, he's a strong runner.
Stop, number 5, Jace Harp was leading the way. Second down in about 4.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We have no score, but Russellville, good opportunity here. They've had a couple drives go into Greenbrier territory. This one at the 37, second down and 4. Low snap, Reed. Nice job handling it. He hands it off to Tracy Daniels, who would get a couple yards to the 35, but that could have easily squirted past D.A. Reed. Show quick hands there. 2 yards on the pickup. Third down and 2 coming. Daniels, 6 carries, 21 yards. Ball near the left hash mark. Nearing a minute 10 left right now. And here in the first quarter, we have no score. Russellville on their third drive. Second one in at a punt. First one turned the ball over on downs. Hallmark in motion, but S back behind the right side. Give it off to Tracy Daniels, and he's got the first down to the 32-yard line. Needed 2, he got 3. Good, tough running there by Tracy Daniels, and it's going to be harder and harder for him to get 100 yards rushing each game because now everybody's starting to key on him. I mean, you rush for 271 in your homecoming game against Van Buren. People are going to notice. You're dominating that film that they're getting.
He's going to get positive yards when he lines up behind Hallmark in that tackle position.
Short side of the field's the left side. 1st and 10 for Russellville. Their 4th first down of the game. Under a half minute to go. D.A. Reed back to pass. Clean pocket. He's going to throw it. He's going for Caden Rose. At the goal line, it's going to be incomplete. Ball hung up just a little bit. Rose was behind the defender, but it just hung up just enough for Miles Miller to get there. The clock stopped here with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. But I'm glad they took a shot going for Caden Rose. And surprisingly, they had single coverage there. Almost like they forgot about Caden. 2 receivers to each side. On second down at 10. Play clock at 14. Reed barking the signals. We'll check with me, and he'll change the play, talking to the line of scrimmage here with 8 seconds left on the play clock. Reed, it's an underhand draw play there. They give it off to Daniels. He's inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. I like that delay call. And it's almost he runs it from behind D.A. Reed there. It's kind of sneaky in the defense doesn't realize where the ball is.
Reed does a good job of faking the ball.
That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. We have no score. Russellville 3rd and 5 coming. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
And that brings the first quarter to a close.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so, hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main and Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Russellville dominating the stat sheet except for the score. We have no score, but Russellville 76 yards in that first quarter to Greenbrier's -3. And that's pretty much what it's been like. Russellville even with one turnover by the defense. And they winning time of possession, number of plays. 19 plays for Russellville, 6 for Greenbrier. But again, we have no score. However, Russellville now looking at 3rd down and 5 from the Panther 27-yard line after that 5-yard pickup by Tracy Daniels, who was 8 of 29 in that first quarter. D.A. Reed had 4 attempts, only 1 completion, a screen pass to Daniels for 5 yards. As we're getting ready to start the second quarter, no score here at Don Jones Stadium here at Greenbrier. First time that we've been here for a football game. They played many baseball, softball, basketball games, Russellville, Greenbrier, but Russellville's been playing football since 1906. This is the first game between them in football. On 3rd down, screen pass out in the flats, complete to Tracy Daniels. They lost him. He's got inside the 20, plain enough for the first down to the 15. They forgot to cover Tracy Daniels. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Have a player down.
And we have a player down on the far side. It's a Greenbrier Panther. His helmet came off, so he has to come out of the football game. And they give him the 17-yard line.
Listen up, juniors, seniors. Don't miss
Russellville 1st and 10 coming. Ball on the left hash mark. Early going second quarter. We only had 1 play. We have no score here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Means we have an S back here, and Ben Hallmark is in at Wildcat, and he's going to hand it off to Tracy, and he'll get a couple yards to the 15.
Let me make a correction on that last announcement.
2nd down and 8 coming.
Go sign up.
Daniels now 9 carries for 31 yards, and D.A. Reed coming back in the game. That changes their package just a little bit as Hallmark will go either back to tight end, S-back, wide receiver, plays quarterback, plays defensive line, punter. He never comes off the field. Russellville taking their time here as a play clock down to 13. 2nd down and 8 from the 15-yard line. Daniels to the right of the quarterback. I think they're going to move him. No, they're just going to talk the offensive line. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, got to go quick. D.A. Reed gets the snap, looking left, throwing across the middle. He's got a man open just out of the reach of Caden Rose. The pass falls incomplete.
For number 11.
Just a little bit lower. He'd have brought that one in.
Yeah, that was an easy touchdown. He would have gone in untouched. That was a wide open foul that one away as nobody was in the middle of that field. There was no safety there. Matthew Bernard, he must have gotten lost in the shuffle. He was over on the other side. Russellville looking at 3rd down and 8 from the Panther 15-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Ball's on the right hash mark. Man in motion is Alec Bose. He'll be on the left side now. 3 receivers over there. And Reed going to roll left. Looking, nothing there. He's going to tuck it and run. He's inside the 15 to the 10. He's going to dive forward, depending on the spot. I think he's very close to a 1st down. They're going to stop and look it over. Is it? All right, it's a 1st down. Good job. Again, D.A. Reed, smart quarterback. He's not going to make the bad throw. He's going to give you the highest percentage play possible.
Well, he was looking for his receivers and just good coverage by Greenbrier. He tucks it and runs.
Yeah, Brody Dale was dragging across the middle but covered, and D.A. Reed there with the 8-yard pickup. He's now got 3 carries for 16 yards. Russellville has it 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. No score. Russellville knocking on the door. Now here's a Wildcat formation with Tracy Daniels running it. He gets inside the 5, dive forward to about the 3-yard line. We've seen the Wildcat package a lot this year. That's the first time we haven't seen anybody named Ben Hallmark running it.
They mark it at about the 3.
A 4-yard pickup there for Tracy. And they're going to keep the same personnel in there as D.A. Reed is over on the sideline. And back there with Tracy Daniels, big number 99 Magnus Golden, the sophomore. Daniels fakes the pass. He's going to take it in from the left side into the end zone for the Cyclone. Touchdown. How about that fake?
That was a great fake.
He had me thinking for a minute he was going to pass it. And Russellville leads at 6-0.
That's a play we haven't seen before.
Yeah. With the package that we haven't seen before. Eli Stratton on to try the extra point. The holder is D.A. Reed, the snapper, Ben Hallmark. They're coming in. Boy, they got really close but didn't get it. The kick is through. Russellville leads at 7-0 here with 9:40 left to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Cobb & Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Hey, what does the defense do? They get turnovers. What does the offense do? They turn it into points. Russellville, after the interception by Eli Stratton, their offense goes 43 yards. Took their time, 11 plays, 7 minutes and 21 seconds. That's right, 7:21 to go 43 yards. Tracy Daniels finally capitalized on it with a 3-yard touchdown run. Eli Stratton added the extra point. We're sitting here at 7-0, and Russellville leading. The Greenbrier Panthers trying to spoil their homecoming here. Stratton now kicking off for Russellville. He's another Mr. Everything here. He plays defense, got the interception, does all the kicking duties except for the punting. And he'll angle this one a little bit more towards the right hash mark than he did the first time. 9:40 left to play. And I knew I messed that up. That was 7:21 on that scoring drive. I was looking at that. It was 4:21. Okay, 4:21. I know Travis Simpson was listening in. How about that? 4:21 sounds a little bit more believable. Kickoff, it's a live ball. It's going to be scooped up at the 11-yard line across the 15, 20, and still on his feet past the 25-yard line. I think that's Miles Miller. And he let it bounce around there for a while, but ended up making good on it with a big return from the 11 out to around the 26-yard line. I officially give him the 27, so 16 yards on the return. Yeah, let's do that scoring summary one more time. 43 yards, 11 plays, 4:21. Still 11 plays is a lot to go 43 yards. But Russellville leading at 7-0 here. Owen Scribner still in the quarterback. We're expecting to see two different ones. Number 3, Kane Richardson. We haven't seen him yet. Scribner going to hand off to McElhaney, running the sweep to the short side of the field. He slips his way past the 25. Gets pushed out of bounds, shy of the 30 by a couple yards. Boy's a good player. Wheeler called him, the word he used was electrifying. And that was about as electrifying 1-yard run as you can get. They say he stepped out after a 1-yard gain. Carter McElhaney, number 31. He's their leading receiver, not their leading rusher as far as carries. But he's in there at running back. Got the pink sleeve on his left arm. And he's going to get the carry on the sweep here. There's a hold there, but no call. He's got the edge. He's across the 35, 40, touchback. He's at midfield, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds deep into Cyclone territory. They missed a hold there. They held Magnus Golden on the defensive end. There was no call there, so a big gain by McElhaney that a lot of people thought should be coming back, but it's not. It's down to the 46-yard line of Russellville, a 26-yard gain.
It was a pretty obvious hold there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the officials didn't see it.
Instead of seeing 99 on his jersey, you only saw 19. So they had it wrapped up in their hands. So they flipped the field. Their first trip to Russellville's side of the 50. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Russellville leading at 7-0. Here's a toss sweep again to McElhaney, this time running right side. He's going to be punished as he gets inside the 45-yard line. A couple of runs. When I say punished, he is slow to get up. He took a lick and almost got sandwiched there. And so he's slow to get up and then goes to the sideline. And he's not moving real quick. 2nd down and 8. That's the one thing, Coach Wheeler, when he was here as defensive coordinator, of course, hired by Coach Jeff Holt, and stayed here for 3 years, was with the state championship team. The defense hit hard. I mean, that's the one thing you can always count on. They're going to punish you. And it's 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers. Empty backfield. Scribner throws complete. No, incomplete. on the far side. They went to Israel Guzman, and he took a look at the secondary before he caught the football. He was thinking, am I about to get hit?
Yeah, you could tell he had turned his head to the right. The ball was coming right at his hand.
And that's what Coach Wheeler talks about. You hit people enough, they're getting a little gun shy. The rest of the guys getting a little gun shy. We have a stoppage of play here. Russellville thought that the play was live. It was not. It was an incomplete pass, and so they're resetting the game clock here, putting a few extra seconds on there. They go to 7:29 is what they put it at now. 3rd down and 8 for Greenbrier at the Cyclone 44-yard line. Back to pass is Scribner. He's going to throw across the middle. It's complete at the 40. Russellville going to push him back. It's not going to be a first down. It's going to be about 4 yards shy.
To number 14.
Israel Guzman, who just missed that previous pass, gets this one, and 4th down and 4 for the Panthers, and decision time for Greenbrier.
4th down and 4 for the Panthers.
The opponents have gone for it on 4th down 27 times against Russellville. They've been successful 48% of the time. Unless they run a fake punt, they're not going for it here. They're going to play field position football, and they're going to bring on the kicker, Eric Hewitt. Russellville has Mekhi Foster back at the 10-yard line, but everybody else, they're not coming after the punter. They're playing defense. They're expecting maybe a fake, just going to play for that. Hewitt's going to kick it away from Mekhi Foster, who runs away from it. It hits at the 6, and take a couple Russellville bounces. Get in there in the end zone, and it finally does. Boy, that was close. It was bouncing sideways, and it got in the end zone, but only by about a yard. We didn't want to be down at the 1, so lucky bounce there on the Panther turf for Russellville. 6:34 left to play here in the first half. Russellville leading 7-0.
You wanted to rush down there and kick it in.
Everybody blow to try to move that thing in there. A good job by the punter. He had that thing bouncing sideways. Russellville going to have it at their own 20-yard line. This is their worst starting field position of the game. Remember their last drive, they started at the 43 of Greenbrier. Play action read, complete pass to the far side across the 25, slung down, shy of the first down by about a yard. But over on that far side, that's Caden Rose. First time he's touched it. They've gone to him 2 different times. Unable to hook up.
Looks like a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2.
Second down and 2.
As a good fake to Daniels. Everybody kind of keyed in on him.
2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the left hash mark. Nearing the 6-minute mark. Play action again. Complete pass to the far side. Again, it's Rose, and he's fighting, trying to get that first down pushed out of bounds, and I'm not sure if he got it.
To number 11, Caden Rose.
We're going to have to wait and see where the spot is. It's over on the far side away from us.
They're giving it to him.
All right. Well, the official initially had said keep the clock running, and I knew he'd gotten out of bounds because he never actually went down. So then he stopped the clock. It's 3 yards on the pickup, so we said he'd been targeted 2 other times. In the last 2 plays, he's got the 2 catches for 11 yards. Russellville 1st and 10. Man in motion, that's Harrison, and here's Tracy Daniels on the sweep. He cuts it back inside. Gets in there amongst the defensive line, and he'll get stopped at about the 33-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. Got 40 yards on 12 carries tonight. Russellville going a little bit more balanced. Greenbrier's defense actually gives up more passing yards per game. They give up 229 through the air every game. A little bit tougher on the rush, just 157. Russellville looking at 2nd down and 8 at their own 33-yard line. About 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Russellville leading 7-0. Play action once again. This time screen pass to the right side. It's Alec Bowes. He has a slip a tackle back at the 30-yard line, and I think he did a good job to get back near the line of scrimmage. I have to wait and see where they spot it.
Yeah, Greenbrier had that covered pretty good.
Well, didn't get the block that we wanted by the wide receiver.
Leading the way was number 2, Matthew Bernard.
Russellville looking at 3rd down and 8 once again after the completed pass for no gain. DA going to roll to his left. He's got pressure. Flag is down. Throw. Complete pass to Harrison. He's got enough for the first down at the 44, but I'm afraid this is coming back. This is in the area typically of holding, and I think it is going to be holding on us.
Matthew Bernard.
I'll have to wait and see officially, but I'm pretty sure he signaled holding. Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be 10 yards from the spot, and the spot was inside the 30, so it's going to be a big loss for Russellville. You say, well, if we don't held, we'd have had the first down. We might have had a quarterback sack. They're going to spot it from the 30, so it's going to end up being a 13-yard penalty. Russellville been penalized 2 times for 27 yards. Reed on 3rd down and very long. Going to roll to his left, pump fake. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's going for Rose. Rose diving, makes the catch at the 45-yard line of Greenbrier. What a catch. You're not going to see a better one on a Friday night right there.
Man, you got to roll that one back and look at that again. He was completely off his feet diving for that ball.
And 36 yards on the pickup on 3rd and 21. How about that? And Russellville keeps it going here on offense. 3:48 left to play in the first half. Clock rolling. Russellville leading 7-0. And gets the crowd a little bit more into it. Russellville hustling the line of scrimmage after breaking the huddle. They got to go quick. It's 2 seconds on the play clock. Here's going to be Gabe Hogue on the sweep, running left side this time. He ducks it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He's rushed 3 times there on that, then the decoy once, and he picks up about 5 yards there.
16 on the carry,
Gabe now 3 carries for 23 yards. He'll come out. Harrison back in for him.
also in there, Caden Brooks.
2nd down and 5. Really opens up the playbook when you got 2nd and 5. You can take chances if you want to. Hallmark going to come out. They're going to go. It tells me they're going to go with more wide receivers here. 15 seconds on the play clock. Russellville changing up the personnel quite a bit. They're going to go with 4 wide receivers, no tight end, no S-back. Bowles, number 5, and number 6, Brody Dale here on the right side. And now we're going to have a stoppage of play. And saw Cyclone put his hands on his helmet. I think we might have jumped here. It is going to be a false start against us. So instead of 2nd and 5, make it 2nd and 10. Russellville now three penalties for 32 yards.
Greenbrier hadn't been flagged yet, have they?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to bring that up. 2nd down and 10 at the Panther 44-yard line. Russellville leading by a touchdown. Here's that draw play, and Greenbrier was in the huddle with us. They snuff it out and stop it for a big loss back at the 49-yard line. Russellville going the wrong direction here. We had a 5-yard penalty and now a 5-yard loss.
Excellent stop.
Takes off our rushing totals here. Let's look at 3rd and 15. Well, Russellville just converted a 3rd and 21. How about doing that again?
3rd down and 14.
Nearing the 2-minute mark. Russellville leading by a touchdown. Reed back to pass on 3rd and very long. He's going to roll to his left, throwing across the middle. It's incomplete. It would not have been enough for the first down. It would have picked up about 7 yards. Tracy was the intended receiver, but he was having an angle closer to out of bounds. And 4th down to 14 coming. Russellville kept the ball for a little while, but they're going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, Greenbrier had good coverage back there. Not a receiver open, and good play by Reed.
It's just tough when you go from 2nd and 5 to 2nd 10, then 3rd and 14. It really limits the playbook. We talk about opening it up when you pick up 5 yards on 1st down. McElhaney, the return man, got to kick it away from that guy. And he's back inside his own 20. And fair catch call for. He's going to let it bounce. Going to hit at the 3 and roll into the end zone. The punt by Ben Hallmark goes 48 yards, and Greenbrier will get the ball at the 20. Well, Greenbrier is going to get the ball to start the second half. There's 1:48 left right now, and you wonder will they try to do something with it? Will they try to just run out the clock? And Russellville still has 3 timeouts. No, I'm sorry, they have 2 timeouts. My bad. They got 2 because that's right. They thought about that 4th down one when they ended up going for it and getting it. Russellville not going to use a timeout unless it gets to be 3rd and long maybe. Usually, if you're unsure, usually try to get a first down if you're the offensive team, and then you go into what they call the NASCAR package, which means going quick.
That's a $1,000 scholarship.
That's a pretty smart name, isn't it, NASCAR? I hear that a lot. They say that they go no huddle quickly. But the guy to watch is number 31, McElhaney. He's lined up almost like a tight end, just to the right and behind the right tackle. Scribner. Play action. He's going to roll to his right. Under pressure, he's going to throw it towards the middle field. It's going to be picked off. It's Mekhi Foster at the 41. He's down left sideline to 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Gets into the end zone. Leaping in there for the Cyclone touchdown. 41 yards on the return by Mekhi Foster. The Cyclone defense with a pick six.
Well, a lot of pressure on that quarterback, and he got a lot of air under that ball. You were just waiting for that. Once Foster got it, it was over with.
41 yards on the return. Here with a minute 34 yet, and I am really surprised that they went for that quickly. Throwing towards the middle of the field, and he's done that. He's thrown against his body towards the middle of the field, and now here's a fake on the extra point. Rolling to his right as D.A. Reed throws it back to Eli Stratton. It's complete to the 10, the 5. He's not going to get anywhere close. I could not tell if that was a fake or if that was a busted play. It was a busted play?
I think it's a busted play.
And what's funny is they've been working on that. They do that every Wednesday, and you yell fire, 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 meaning if you're eligible receiver, you go out for a pass. So busted play on that. The extra point is no good, but it doesn't count against the kicking duties here. It goes as a 2-point fail for Russellville, so it's still 13-0, but hey, we'll take that. We'll take the pick six because that was unexpected. It was Mekhi Foster on the return of 41 yards, and it's the third pick six of the season for the Cyclone defense. The first two have been by Gabe Hope. Mekhi Foster, he's a threat to take it all the way whenever he touches the ball, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. He gets the defensive score there. And Russellville leading at 13-0. You got to feel like that's a cheap score that you love getting there because it looked like most teams that you're playing against might be okay to go in with you leading 7-0 and they're getting the ball. We were fortunate, I think, that they went ahead and did that because Mekhi was back there playing center field. I mean, he caught it at the 41. He was inside the 20 before he got near anybody else.
I'm surprised that they did that since they're getting the ball in the start of the second half.
I'm glad they did, and now we'll see. That may change their plan here. Again, the guy to watch, they have 3 return guys back. It's the middle one, McElhaney. Russell going to scoot it along the carpet, and it's going to be – and the return man falls down. It's a live ball. He's going to scoop it up at the 14-yard line, running laterally, and I think that's Mekhi Foster going to tackle him back inside the 5. We have a flag down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. I think that's going to be a hold.
On the return, that was number 4, Gavin Davis.
Yeah, Gavin Davis, he went to pick it up, and then he took forever to run anything with it. And yeah, it's going to be
blocking the back.
Blocking the back, so it'll be half the distance to the goal. That's not a big penalty on them, though, because, I mean, he returned it backwards to the 4. And so it'll be a 2-yard penalty. Coming on Greenbrier. How about that? The first penalty is for 2 yards.
And they're putting the ball on the 4, aren't they?
They did. He returned it backwards. That's incorrect. That's incorrect because he returned it backwards, was tackled back there. So they'll have that 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line. They may be more safer here. McElhaney, number 31, he's probably going to get the football. The play clock's down to 10 seconds here. He's the running back to the right of Owen Scribner. Russell leading at 13-0. No, they're going to drop back and pass. They're going to throw it towards the middle, and it's going to be picked off by Eli Stratton at the 25, 20, cuts back to the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cyclones! Back-to-back pick sixes. Eli Stratton with a pick six here of 25 yards.
I don't understand that call at all. I didn't even see if the receiver was close to the ball.
Well, he was expecting an out route, and I'm looking here. We have a flag down at the goal line. Sorry for the silence, but we're looking at that. I think the touchdown will count. It's going against Russellville. We're going to wait and see, though. We don't know what the call is. We'll wait. There's a flag down right at the goal line. They just picked it up, and they're going to put it down at the 10, so that's going to negate the touchdown.
Wheeler's out there visiting with the white hat.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see what the call is. It was on the return. The interception counts, but not the score. And we still haven't seen what the call is.
No score, and we got the ball at the 10-yard line.
All right. I still don't know what the call is. All right, so first and go from the 10-yard line for the Cyclones. They lead at 13-0. Here's Tracy Daniels running the right side, dives forward to the 5. His knee was down just shy of the 5, so that's probably where he's going to be. Be second down and goal coming. 1 minute left.
Number 5, Jace Hart. 2 was also in there. Matthew Bernard.
I still wonder what that call is because we didn't even know what the penalty was. And now we have a busted play here, and as it was stopped by the officials, and looks like it's going to go against the Cyclones here. False start against Russellville.
5 yards, second down, number 6.
All right. And there's a touchdown for the Cyclones.
Rose.
I can't see anything.
It was Rose, number 11.
Sorry about that, folks. All right, Caden Rose with the score. Russellville leads it now 19-0.
Yeah, good pass.
I'm peeking around the corner, and I can't see, but a pass from D.A. Reed. Was it D.A. Reed on the pass?
Pass.
To Caden Rose, and Russellville leads it 19-0. Here with 27 seconds left. And the extra point by Stratton is good. I'm going to regroup, but hey, nothing wrong with that. We're up 20-0 with 27 seconds left. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors, folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal, helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Well, hey, that's what happens when you're working on the technical side of it. We score a touchdown. I'm fine with that. D.A. Reed hitting Caden Rose for the 10-yard touchdown pass. That's the 6th touchdown reception by Caden Rose this year and the 9th touchdown pass by D.A. Extra point by Stratton was good, and the Cyclones lead it here by a score of 20-0. That follows the Eli Stratton interception. Russellville officially went 5 yards in 2 plays. Russellville started from the 10-yard line, but you can't count those 5 yards because of the penalty that happened. Looked like it was going to be a pick 6 for Eli Stratton. The penalty made the Russellville offense had to come out on the field to finish the job. But after that PAT, Russellville looking at a 20-0 lead. Boy, this game has really turned. It looked like it was going to be 7-0. Russellville going in up 7-0, and back-to-back interceptions by Greenbrier has put 2 scores on the board for Russellville. Here's the squib kick. It's going to be picked up at the 19-yard line. They're going to return it past the 30 to the 36-yard line. And that's Miles Miller again on the return. And, of course, Russellville just trying to kick it away from McElhaney. And I would say you expect them to try to pass it, but I didn't expect the last 2 times, and they did it. One ended in a pick 6 by Mackay Foster. The second one we thought was a pick 6 by Eli Stratton, but a penalty on Russellville pushed it back to the 10-yard line. And so Russellville there leading 20-0. And now what we thought we would see is them taking a knee. No, they're just going to hand it off to their big bruising running back there, straight up the middle, and he's not going to gain anything. Matthew Garrett on the carry. He might have actually lost yards on the play, depending on where they spot it. They're going to give him a yard there to the 37. They don't have to run another play as the play clock down inside 10 seconds. Russellville leading here 20-0, and what a great last 2.5, 3 minutes of the first half as Russellville scores 13 points to close out the half. They lead it here by a score of 20-0. We'll take a break. We come back, we'll have your halftime show. Russellville 20, Greenbrier nothing. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurants on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
KCJC, Dartnell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back. We're at the half. Russell leading 20-0. Before we start talking about halftime, I want to kind of recap the last minute 45. Basically, Russellville led 7-0. They punted the football away on 4th and 14. It went into the end zone. With a minute 45 left, the Panthers had the ball at their own 20. They decided to throw it. Russellville decided to intercept it. It was a pick six by Mekhi Foster, who returned it 41 yards for the score. The extra point, two-point play, I guess you say, because Russellville had messed up on the snap and tried to go for two. It didn't happen, but they led 13-0. After the kickoff, a penalty by the Panthers, and then they had the ball at their own 4-yard line. They decided to throw again against his body again. The quarterback threw an interception by Eli Stratton. He intercepted it at the 25-yard line. We thought he returned it for a touchdown. We had a block in the back penalty, we're being told, that happened at the 1-yard line, and so they moved it back just outside the 10. Officially it's the 1-yard line, even though they said it was really the 1-foot line. But officially the 1-yard line, so they moved it back to the 11. Russellville eventually scored when D.A. Reed and Caden Rose hooked up for the touchdown, and Eli Stratton was kicking the extra point almost by the time I was trying to get everything squared away here on the audio side of it. And just like that, I mean, you go from 1:45 left in the first half to 27 seconds left in the first half, and Russellville has scored 13 points, and they lead it here at the half by a score of 20-0. Now you're okay with the Greenbrier getting the ball to start the second half. You tack on 2 more scores. I turn to my color man. What's your thoughts of the first half?
Well, that play that Reed hit Rose just went a little down and out, broke to the outside, and Reed hit him good. It was a beautiful play. We have seen some plays from our offense that we haven't seen before, like that Wildcat with Daniels, but we're playing a good, solid game. Our defense is doing a good job on McEnany. Yeah, he's getting the ball, but he just hadn't been the game buster so far tonight. And we're doing a good job putting pressure on that quarterback. We need to continue to do so because being down 20-0, they're going to have to start passing a little bit more, which I was totally shocked that they passed with a minute to go in the first half.
Yeah, Russellville leads it here by a score of 20-0. And we'll be going through the stats at some point. We also want to say over on the Cyclone Booth Facebook page, we'll be posting the first half stats for you if you don't want to wait for that. That should be coming shortly. But I tell you, for a while there, Russellville had dominated every stat except the score because at the end of the first quarter it was 0-0, but Greenbrier had negative yards by their offense. And it's not much better, but Russellville, it's better for us now that we got 3 scores on the board. Russellville, just to give you a little taste, 169 yards of offense to Greenbrier's 31. But boy, I tell you, you look at all these stats and everything that jumps out aside from the scores, those +3 turnover margin. The Cyclone defense, as said in the pregame show, is +8 on the season. That means they've got 8 more turnovers than their offense has given up. They have 12 interceptions, 4 fumbles coming into the game tonight. They have 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions by Owen Scribner, who is getting his first start. Now, it's not like he hasn't been new to football here this season. He played last week, threw for 209 yards against Lake Hamilton. He came in after the first drive when their regular starting quarterback, Kane Griffin, was injured. We talked to Coach Wheeler, and he said it's tough to prepare for 2 different quarterbacks because they were thinking of seeing the passer, Scribner, and the runner, Kane Richardson, preparing 2 different things. They've only seen Scribner, and Scribner, Russell's had his number. He's 3 of 8. He's completed 3 passes to his team and 3 passes to us in that first half. Russellville leading here by a score of 20-0. We have a lot to do here at halftime. We're going to come up with stats later on. We also want to give you the little taste of Cyclone history, talking about the Cyclone team back in 2000. We'll also give you scores from across the state, all that and more. Right now, we're on the good side. The good guys leading Greenbrier 20-0. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Valley for over 30 years and counting.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. We're at halftime as the Cyclones leading Greenbrier by a score of 20-0. We had lost some audio on the radio side. I think the stream has been just fine, but I do want to go ahead and start our halftime show. We're going to do this. Usually I do this date in Cyclone history. But with what happened last week, I want to do more of a moment in Cyclone history. Of course, last week, Tracy Daniels rushed for 271 yards on 30 carries. A lot of people were talking about, hey, what's the school record? Well, happened back in 2000. Cecil James, who he watches us, and he was actually on our YouTube stream cheering on Tracy Daniels. I think he called him Mr. Daniels. Congratulations to Mr. Daniels. And, but Cecil James back in 2000, 37 carries, 286 yards. That's a school record, a single game record for number of yards, number of carries, and also 5 rushing touchdowns in that game. It was 2000. Russellville defeated Bentonville at home 41-34. And I tell you, that was an interesting year because you had Landon Leach, who we know now, but that was his sophomore year. He had thrown for over 2,000 yards. Of course, James had carried for over 1,000 yards that year and actually tied a school record with 21 touchdowns with Tracy Steiger, who had done that in a couple of years. But Russellville was kind of in flux in one of those years. They were a better team than their record showed that season, but they were able to make the playoffs despite having a losing record. But they were losing games by scoring a lot of points. I mean, they defeated Fayetteville that year 55-39, lost to Sheridan 41-38. They were a high-powered offense by the end of that year, and they had beaten Bentonville 41-34, get in the playoffs, and they upset El Dorado at El Dorado 28-20. Lost the next week to West Memphis, but Russellville going 4-8 that season, but they were a team to be reckoned with, and they were on the rise. And I want to give you some season stats from that year. I told you that James had over 1,000 yards rushing. He actually 1,380 yards rushing on 248 carries. Of course, the 21 touchdowns ties the school record. He was the 4th in school history to rush for 1,000 yards. We've only had 7 total, and he was the 4th one. Steiger did it, Kenneth Golden did it, and the last one to do it was Kentrell Scott, rushing for 1,000 yards. Mentioned to you that Landon Leach was a sophomore, had 13 passing touchdowns that year. Get this, Eric Nyhouse, who went on to play and kick at ASU, he actually had 62 catches that year for 1,283 yards. He also set a state record with a 52-yard field goal. That was tied in 2009 by Zach Hawker. But when Nyhouse kicked that 52-yarder, you know whose record he broke? He broke Kelly Davis's school record. So I was glad that he did it, but hated that he had to break a Kelly's record. But Kelly Davis had a 49-yard field goal back in 1976. But that 2000 team that defeated Bentonville that night, they had 3,400 yards of offense on that season, and like I said, that was when Coach Holt was turning it around at Russellville and opening up the offense a lot more, and where they were a lot more explosive on the ground and in the air. But wanted to do that as our date in Cyclone history after what had happened last week. And as good as Tracy was last week, you look back at Cecil James, good grief, 286 and 5 touchdowns. That must have been a great night to watch and cheer on the Cyclones. They beat Bentonville Tigers that night at the Cyclone Stadium. We're here at the half. Russellville leading Greenbrier 20-0. We'll take a break and come back with more of the halftime. We're going to have stats for you and also scores. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates and Medicare Specialists of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with your Medicare plan review. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to spend money unnecessarily, cause you to lose valuable benefits, or cause you to have to change the provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Call a local agent to assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year. With 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County, ABC provides all-day child care, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air wants to take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Welcome back. We're at the half. Cyclones leading Greenbrier by a score of 20-0. We'll give you some from around the state. First, we'll look at some from our own conference as we gear down through the last few weeks of the season. We can really start looking at playoffs and playoff seeding. Hopefully, we're talking about seeding. And the game was supposed to be the game at 6 a.m. That's all we heard about when we were driving down, listening to them talk on the radio. I didn't think it was going to be that close. Greenwood and Lake Hamilton. I thought Greenwood's got their number. Greenwood leading Lake Hamilton at the half, 21-0. PA against Van Buren. That's still a second quarter score. PA leading Van Buren 48-20. PA They don't care if anybody scores against them. They're just going to try to outscore everybody. Little Rock Christian all over Siloam Springs, 55-0, and that game's just in the second quarter. Of course, Mountain Home in our conference is off this week, and we'll look at some area teams here at the half. Lamar leading Pottsville by a score of 14-7. Atkins trailing Quitman at the half, 35-0. Check over on Hector if we can. Hector all over Decatur. I knew they'd be bouncing back from their loss last week. Hector defeated Decatur by a score. They're leading Decatur by a score of 41-0. That's going to start the second half with the mercy rule over there in Decatur. No score on Dover in Mayflower, and also want to check the Dardanelle score. No score with them and Prairie Grove. That is your scores. We do want to tell you that if you're interested in listening to that, of course, over on KCJC 102.3, beginning at 10 o'clock tonight, you can hear the Scoreboard Show with Rex Nelson. He's the voice of the Ouachita Baptist Tigers, and that will be from 10 o'clock until midnight. over on 102.3. So we'll be done here, surely. But you'll be able to listen to that for a couple hours, and you hear a lot of the play-by-play guys call in. Hopefully, so the winning team always gets to call in, so hopefully I'll be calling in with our score from that game. A couple things I need to change, or not. One thing I need to change. One thing I also need to address. Our buddy Travis Simpson, who was on that 2000 team when I was talking about it, was the fact that Eric Nyhouse also hit. He said more than a 45-yarder to win at homecoming, and also Cecil James. When I said he had 5 touchdowns, I meant 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 touchdown reception, and his 4 rushing touchdowns is a single game record. He's tied with 2 other guys on that. I think I said 5 rushing touchdowns. I meant 5 total, 4 on the ground and 1 through the air. I want to give you our halftime stats. Again, I posted this over on our Cyclone Booth Facebook page, but just in case you were able to see it, Russellville 169 yards of offense in that first half, 31 yards for the Panthers. Breaking it down for Russellville, Tracy Daniels with 42 yards on 14 carries. He does have a touchdown run. Gabe Hogue, 3 carries for 16 yards, and D.A. Reed, 16 yards on 3 carries. D.A. Reed, 7 of 12 for 72 yards, has 1 touchdown reception. Caden Rose caught 4 of his 7 completions for 57 yards. I know he's got the touchdown reception, but that big pass reception to the middle of the field on that third down conversion is one of the best receptions I've seen all year. For Greenbrier, Carter McElhaney, their leading receiver and dynamic player, he's got 29 yards on 3 carries. He's been pretty good. Got 26 of that on 1 play, though. He does have a couple catches for 8 yards. Their quarterbacks had a rough go of it. 3 of 8 for 12 yards, 3 interceptions for their quarterback, Owen Scribner. And we just look at the total plays. Russellville 35 plays to 14 for Greenbrier. Of course, Russellville plus 3 on the turnover margin. Russellville 4 of 8 on third down conversions. Panthers 0 of 3. Russellville went for it twice on fourth down, converted 1 of those. I know time possession is big with some people. 17 minutes for Russellville, a little over 6 minutes for Greenbrier. But it's those number of plays to me that jump out. 35 plays to 14. Russellville leading Greenbrier in that. But the most important stat, Russellville 20 second quarter points. They lead at 20-0. We're going to take a break. We come back, we'll have the second half for you. The Cyclones leading at 20-0. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
At Fleet Tire, point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of the handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget, because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
Shane here with you, and we're speaking with my very good friend, Mr. Nathan George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
One of the things that we have acquired is a laser engraving machine, whether it's engraving just simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
Welcome back. We're at the half. Russellville leading 20-0, about a minute to go. But Greenbrier just now coming out onto the field, so they may be giving them 3 extra minutes. I don't know. The halftime's been done. They had a quick halftime, even for homecoming. here at Greenbrier. We talk about Russellville leading 20-0. It always got hidden yards, and the return yards have been huge for Russellville, especially when you get a pick six. But we'll go over the scoring summary. Russellville got on the board in the second quarter with 9:40 left. They had capped off a 43-yard, 11-play drive. It took 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Tracy Daniels scored from 3 yards out. Russellville led at 7-0. And then Owen Scribner, his second interception tonight, was picked off by Mekhi Foster. He returned it 41 yards for the score. The two-point play failed. Russellville led it 13-0. That was with 1:45 left to go in the first half. Russellville got another interception by Eli Stratton, who set us up at the 1. Of course, we had the 10-yard penalty. It actually wiped out Stratton's pick six. But D.A. Reed hit Caden Rose for a 10-yard touchdown reception. And Stratton's extra point was good, and Russellville, with 27 seconds left in the first half, led it 20-0. And I tell you, if you're Greenbrier, I'd hate to be them, not just being down 20-0, but they just got to feel like they're reeling right then, because they had the ball with 1:45. We were talking about, do they just keep it conservative, go in down 7-0, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half, and they just bam, bam, interceptions on back-to-back plays. One goes for a pick six, one almost a pick six. Just like that, they're reeling. They just kind of shocked there to see it go from 7-0 to 20-0, and now Russellville is going to kick off, start the second half, and a little bit more comfortable lead because of those two big plays by the defense. We were told that we were going to see a two-quarterback system. Owen Scribner, number 9, and number 3, Kane Richardson, who actually have been playing more than Scribner, but just in the Wildcat package. He actually has 0 passes thrown. We have not seen him, and with them down like this, we may not, because they may be having to sling the ball around a little bit more. But their regular quarterback, Kane Griffin, who has 11 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the season, got injured in the first drive last week in their loss against Lake Hamilton. They lost that game 33-14. Scribner came in. He played pretty well. 3 for 209 yards, completed 7 of 15 passes, even an 82-yard touchdown pass to McElhaney, and a couple of touchdown passes in that game. But he's been struggling today. And thank you so much, Brad. 35-8, the score there at Mayflower, leading Dover. I hate that, but also want to give the score there. But do want to tell you that Russellville, we mentioned this last night. We were talking during the junior high game. So there's 9 teams in our conference, and you pick them out of a hat on who gets to have the open week. Russellville got the open week on the very last week of the season. So week 10, Russellville will have already played all their games and had an open week. And Coach Wheeler first said that he didn't like that. And then the more he started thinking about it, he said, wait a minute, if we make the playoffs, that means we have basically a bye week leading into the playoffs. And so Russellville could schedule a game if they wanted to, because their game against Hot Springs Lakeside was canceled when, I guess the politically correct way to say it is when the weather did that, but really Lakeside just jumped back on the bus and took off. So Russellville has an open date if they want to schedule one, but I tell you what, to get healthy for hopefully a playoff run would be really nice. And Russellville not only looking at a playoff bid, they want a home playoff bid. They want to jump up and get that 4 seed. To do it, they've got to win 2 of their last 3, counting tonight. Means they're going to have to upset Greenwood next week at home or go on the road at Lake Hamilton. I tell you, as good as Lake Hamilton's been, Russellville has played them tough, played them really tough. And last year, I think they only lost by 5 in that game. And so, Coach Wheeler, Coach team is not going to back down from anybody, and they're not going to be out physical. I'll put it that way. And Lake Hamilton typically is a physical team, but Russellville is not going to back down from that challenge. Russellville going to kick off to start the second half, leading 20-0. As they had put more time on the clock, but now it's still winding down. And I don't know what was going on, but 2 officials were out on the field talking to Coach Wheeler. I mean, it was a pleasant conversation, but they were talking, going over something, so I don't know what the issue was. It didn't look like it was kind of arguing or anything. I think they were going over maybe some rule or something. And whatever it is, it's been squared away. And Eli Stratton going to kick off. We're on the visitor side above our home fans, and watching the Cyclones go from left to right here. Leading 20-0, getting ready to start the second half. Stratton's kick is going to hit at the 15, be picked up at the 9-yard line. Returning across the 20 at 25 before he's ridden down there by Kircher Herring. Herring missed last week because he had the flu. Good to see him out there healthy, making a big tackle there at the 27. As Miles has the 18-yard return on that. They'll have the ball at their own 27-yard line, call the defense back out. What do you do for an encore when your last 2 plays out there you had 2 interceptions and almost 2 pick sixes? Russellville 3 interceptions in that first half. And now we are going to see the Wildcat with number 3, Kane Richardson. Was told he would play early. That's the first play of the third quarter, not exactly early. Low snap, he's going to hand it off to McElhaney, running the sweep, and he'll carry it past the 25 to about the 26. And if it's the 26, it's a loss of 1 on the play. McElhaney, I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Kane Richardson, number 3, mainly runs the Wildcat, has not thrown a pass this year, has 2 carries for 8 yards, and he is in there, number 3 at quarterback. Lone wide receiver to the left, 1 to the short side, 2 to the short side of the field, the right side, but I think they're more of a running team with Richardson in there, and he's going to fake it and keep it himself, and he'll get stretched forward to about the 30-yard line, so pick up a 3 on the play by Richardson.
Yeah, that was Thomas and Hallmark in there on the stop.
Going quick here. Richardson, and back to pass, and somebody moved here. Somebody moved for Greenbrier, and they get flagged for it. Still remains 3rd down, but they were only penalized 1 time in the first half for 5 yards, and they get penalized here for 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 as they push it back to the 25-yard line. They got 3 quarterbacks. The number 1 that's injured is Kane Griffin. This one, Kane Richardson. And they're going to go empty backfield with Richardson. And the man you got to watch, number 31, Carter McElhaney. He's a slot receiver, and how he goes in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. They fake it to him. Richardson rolling to his left. He's in trouble. Dodges a tackle. The left-hander throws it across the middle. Big gain here. It's a midfield at the 40. Down the left sideline, 35, cuts back, and will not break a tackle. He gets all the way inside the 20-yard line. Big play there. Richardson hooks up with Miles Miller. How bad that is your first pass of your high school season, as Greenbrier was going quick there, hurrying up to the line of scrimmage, and we have a timeout called because we have a flag on the field back at the 47-yard line. Nobody saw it. Everybody was rushed up. They'd marked the ball. Greenbrier was lined up to get started. It's going to go against Greenbrier. So it's still going to be a big pass play, but it's only going to be to the 48-yard line. So instead of 57 yards, it'll be 27 yards. Blindside block. You see a lot of that on the breakaways. You cannot hit somebody that's not. There's no crackbacks allowed, and so that's going to upset Coach Tribble of Greenbrier at whoever got called for that penalty. Blindside block is going to put it back to the 39-yard line, and they're trying to still figure out was it even a first down, and it is by 2 yards. See if that could come back and make it 3rd down. And I tell you what, the stick still says 3rd down. It should be 1st and 10 at the 39. They're trying to figure this out. The play was from the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, the 25-yard line. It was 3rd and 12. They needed the 37. They got it. It should be 1st and 10. But they're trying to figure that out. And now the chains are moving backwards even further. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. The chains have moved back even beyond the line of scrimmage. I mean, he got the first down by 2 yards even with the penalty. And the White Hats coming over and talking about it. So I guess they're just making sure that was a first down. And the only thing I could think of, but I mean, they needed the 37. The ball's placed at the 39, and now they're going to say it's a first down. So a 57-yard reception that's wiped out down to 27 yards, and then a penalty on top of that. There was a lot going on there, wasn't there? And after the whole thing settled, they have it 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line, and Richardson's going to keep it at a more traditional Wildcat package and stretch forward to the 43-yard line.
On the stop is number 23.
I tell you, because we haven't seen any film of him throwing the ball. That was his first pass. I didn't know he's left-handed. I mean, I hadn't even seen him throwing a pass on any of the coaches' films because he hadn't in any of his games. His first one officially goes for 29 yards. Scribner going to keep it. He's got some room over here on the left side. Stiff arms a man at the 46. Russell's going to stop him about a half yard shy of the first down if they give us the right spot. It's going to be close, though. They're giving a favorable spot. We'll have to wait and see if it's going to be a first down for Richardson.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to put it down at the 49-yard line. If they give him that, that's a first down. I don't think he quite made it.
No, he didn't make it.
They're going to say, yeah, they're going to move it forward. So first down. And the yard guy had already had it as third. Now he has to switch it over to first. And Greenbrier going to go quick here on 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. They're going to give it off to McElhaney. Big room on the right side. Flag comes in. He's at the 40, 35-30, dragging a tackler, tackled at the 25-yard line. But this one's coming back. There's a hold back here at the line of scrimmage. And this one's going to come back. And I tell you, if you hold, you can't do it on the edge. And that's why the edge was so wide open. They had tackled Ben Hallmark, I believe is who they took down. And it's going to be about an 11-yard penalty because I think it's going to be spotted from the 48-yard line. So that negates a big run by them. They've had a big pass play and a big running play, and their coach has got to be fit to be tied over on that far side. Randy Tribble graduated from Texas. He's won 106 games here at Greenbrier. He's in his 15th season as coach of the Panthers. He was the coach at Harding University before he came to Greenbrier. He had retired. He actually followed Ronnie Peacock there at Harding. Retired from college coaching, took a year off, came back. Been coaching at Greenbrier, as we said, 15 years. Greenbrier, no state titles, but they won 13 conference titles. They were undefeated last year and made the state semifinals in Class 5A. They were knocked out by PA. Richardson on first down and long will keep it himself. He'll get to the 42-yard line and pick up a 4 on the play. Greenbrier 2-4 on the season, 1-3 in conference play, but you look at their losses. The last two, they lost to Greenwood and Lake Hamilton. Their conference victory was Siloam. They did beat Valonia non-conference, 19-14.
Unless they get a big run, they're going to have to put it in the air again.
Maybe so, but they got second down and 17, some time to think about it. And their forward pitch, so this technically is a pass to McElhaney. He's at the 45, wrangling towards midfield. He picks up a block. He's down the right sideline at the 40, dodges a man there. Ball comes loose, but it was after he hit the turf at the 33-yard line. Technically goes as a pass there to McElhaney, and enough for the first down. Pickup of 25 yards on the shovel pass. McElhaney now 3 catches for 33 yards, 25 on that one. And this is the deepest they've penetrated into Russellville territories. They have it 1st and 10 at our 33. Garrett, the running back, they're going to bust a play here. He ran right. The quarterback was expecting him left, and quarterback's going to be dropped back at the 35-yard line. Quarterback had stuck that ball out there on the left side looking to see if he was going to read it and pull or not, and the running back went the wrong direction. So, or maybe he handed it out the wrong direction, but a loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11.
Yeah, the defense all over that. That's good.
Second down and long. Russellville leading it. 7-11 left to play here in the third quarter. Richardson again looks like the same formation with Garrett behind him. This time he'll turn right on the handoff, and not much, maybe line of scrimmage before he's ridden down. Cyclone defensive front.
Number 10 on the carry, Matthew Garrett.
Varnell in there, one of the guys making a stop. Varnell, big interception last week against Van Buren.
I think they're showing him
Did I say Matthew? I meant Malachi Varnell. Sorry about that, Malachi. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say they're showing no gain on that.
They put him at the 34-yard line, 3rd and 11. 2 receivers to the left. And the inside slot receiver is McElhaney. They basically got 5 receivers in the pattern. Richardson back to pass, going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to heave it downfield. It's going to be knocked away at the last second by Mackay Foster. And he does the incompletion with his hands, saying, hey, that's incomplete. And, hey, if he doesn't make that play, I think McElhaney's got it there and enough for the first down. Good play by Mackay.
I think Greenbrier's going to go for it.
Yeah, you're down 20-0. You have it 4th and 11, but you're at the opponent's 34. You don't want to punt it from here. A strong arm there by Kane Richardson, though. He is now 2 of 3 for 54 yards, but realized 25 of that came on the shovel pass. It's going to be empty backfield once again for Richardson on 4th down and long. Back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket, this time throw it to the right. It's going to be intercepted by Caden Rose. Rose down the sideline. He's going to go 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, cruises into the end zone for the Cyclone touchdown. We do have a flag, though, back at the 44-yard line.
How about that?
I hope it's after the interception. We're going to have to wait and see. Oh no, roughing the passer,
goodness.
so that's going to negate the interception. Oh, my goodness. I'll be honest, I didn't see it. I was watching Caden streak down the sideline.
Oh, my goodness.
That was going to be his second touchdown reception tonight. One on the offense, one on the defense. Yeah, I was just hoping it was going to be after the interception, but a penalty coming on the Cyclones. And not only does that negate the interception, because of the yardage, it's going to give them a first down because they needed 11 for the first down. They get 15 on the penalty. Russellville now penalized 6 times for 62 yards. That one hurts. It gives them a first down, and now they're in the red zone.
Oh, my.
First down and 10. Low snap is going to be picked up off the turf by Richardson. Running right, he's got some room over there. He's inside the 15 and leans forward just shy of the 10 on the carry. A lot of positive yards there for Kane Richardson as they take him down at the 11-yard line. The opponents have made 19 trips to the red zone this year against this Cyclone defense. They score 68% of the time. This is number 20. Hopefully we stop them here. 2nd and 2. And here's the running back. Garrett's going to carry it. He's got the first down inside the 5, going to be tackled down at the 3-yard line. Russellville reeling a little bit. They thought they had the ball back, maybe a touchdown. And Greenbrier going quick here on 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And Garrett going to carry it off the right side easily into the touchdown area there. And I tell you what, Russellville just, they didn't seem like they were, I would say ready, but seemed like Greenbrier was just going too fast on that one. And Greenbrier gets on the board for the first time tonight. And now we'll see the extra point coming as Logan Graham, who the only one he's missed this year was one that was blocked. He's 17 of 18 on the season. Russellville leading here 20-6. We're waiting the extra point for Greenbrier by Logan Graham. High snap, they put it down. Russellville almost blocked that one, but that squirts through. And the kick is good. 20-7 our score. Russellville still leading, about to get the ball back. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Welcome back. The Cyclones leading 20-7. Breyer just scoring. A lot of stuff going on. 6 minutes and 48 seconds on that drive. Greenbrier goes 73 yards in 13 plays. Garrett, a 2-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good by Logan Graham. Big play was the personal foul, roughing the passer on the pick 6. So that negated the touchdown by Caden Rose. Instead of 27-0, it's now 20-7. That's a 14-point swing. And that's the opening drive of the second half. Graham going to kick off for the Panthers. Foster will take it at the 14-yard line. He's across the 20, running to the right side, hurdles a man, gets to the 25-yard line. And that's where Russellville will take over.
Number 15 on the return.
Mackay Foster with the 14-yard return. And Russell will start at the, I think I'm going to give him the 26-yard line. So 15-yard lines, 15 yards on the return. We'll see how the offense answers. They've been sitting for a while. When you think about it, the homecoming halftime and that 6-minute, 48-second drive there by Greenbrier's offense. This is their first drive of the second half. D.A. Reed going to hand it off to Tracy Daniels, running right side. Get the edge. He does. He's at the 30. Breaks a tackle there. He may be off to the races. Cut back to the middle. He could be gone. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Got one man to beat. He's going to dive forward as he's tackled inside the 10-yard line. Tracy Daniels, what a run there. He broke a couple of tackles, and then at midfield, kicked in the speed, gets it all the way down to the 9, 65 yards, and with that 65-yard run, for the 4th consecutive game, he is over 100 yards rushing. He's got 107 on 15 carries.
Yeah, the key to that was when he broke it back up the middle and just broke away from the defense.
Now, he was over on the side, and he broke it back towards the middle, turned some guys around on that. 1st and goal for the Cyclones at the 9-yard line. Man in motion has been Hallmark. And Daniel's got to be out of breath, but he's going to turn. They're going to give it to him again. Almost the same play. He's at the 5, and he plows forward into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that? The Cyclones answer in just 2 plays.
Well, that should take a little bit of the air out of Greenbrier.
Russellville on that drive takes them 2 plays to answer, and they go 74 yards in 2 plays. Russellville leads it here 26-7. Russellville may be going for 2 here. They didn't have a missed extra point. They had a messed up snap. I don't know if the snap was low or mishandled or whatever. Russellville ended up trying to get the 2-point play out of that. Didn't work, so now they're going to go for 2 to try to make it 28-7. Reed. And on the play action, it's stopped, and we have flags down, and it's going to be against Russellville.
False start. Offense.
False start against the Cyclones. It pushes back to the 8-yard line. And now, so Russell's going to kick the extra point. They didn't like their chances there from 8 yards. So they're going to kick it, and it's basically going to be a 25-yard field goal. The kick was partially blocked, but still gets through. At a weird angle because they blocked it in there from the edge, but Russellville gets the extra point. Eli Stratton, basically a 25-yard field goal, and Russellville leads it by a score of 27-7. We'll take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Mr. Brake and Lube, your local Pennzoil 10-minute oil change superstop at 1415 East Main Street, has the best brand name oils like Mobil 1, Castrol, Motorcraft, Rotella, and Quaker State without breaking the bank. Plus, specials to save even more. Come by 1415 East Main Street when you need an oil change or repair work from your local one-stop maintenance shop you can count on. Mr. Brake and Lube, and follow Mr. Brake and Lube on Facebook to keep up with monthly specials.
Well, Russellville answers a 73-yard drive by Greenbrier that took 6 minutes and 48 seconds to score with a 74-yard drive that only took him 59 seconds, 2 plays. And Tracy Daniels scored from 9 yards out. He did the work on those, getting all of those yards himself. He's now got 116 yards on 16 carries, 2 touchdowns. He's over 100 yards for the 4th consecutive game. And he may be the 8th 1,000-yard rusher in Cyclone history and do it basically in a fraction amount of games because he didn't start the season as running back. Eli Stratton going to kick off as Russellville leads at 27-7. It's going to be picked up by Miller at the 15, across the 5, the 30, 36-yard line. And that's where they'll set up. 21 yards by Miles Miller.
I like that good tackling, gang tackling by the Cyclones on the kickoff.
Greenbrier going to take over at their own 36-yard line. Russellville leading at 27-7. They score a touchdown. I think we can make them go 7 minutes. That'd be fine. It'll take forever. Russellville leading by 3 scores here. And now here's the handoff to Garrett, running a sweep, and he's got a lot of yards down the right sideline. Going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before it gets near Russellville territory. Got all the way down to the 40, but they say he stepped out of bounds at the 48 of Greenbrier. So a 12-yard pickup. He's got 26 yards on 6 carries. And tell you what, Owen Scribner, who started this game with 3 interceptions, they didn't help him out very much. They didn't have Garrett in there running here, and they have him here. He cuts back, got a big hole in the middle. He's into Cyclone territory and taken down at the 44. They're going quickly here with a basic offense of just a read option, really. Kane Richardson, he's reading defensive end. He's either handing it off or keeping it right now. Garrett to the left of the quarterback on 2nd down and 2. Richardson back to pass. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. A lot of room. He's got the first down. He's at the 35-30. Cuts back to the middle of the field. 25-20. Cuts back towards the sidelines. He's going to be taken down there by Eli Stratton, who wrestles him down at the 19-yard line. But a big pickup there by Kane Richardson. They're going to give him the 18-yard line. Russell making some wholesale substitutions on the defensive side, trying to get some fresh legs in there. 26-yard pickup. Greenbrier going quick. Here's the handoff to Garrett. He breaks a tackle at the 18. He's inside the 15, taking down near the 10-yard line. Fans over there will like that because he just a bowling ball running over people there. They're going quick again as he gets to the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Garrett again, running right side again. He's going to take it inside the 10. He's got the first down taken down at about the 7-yard line. They're going fast here. Greenbrier, we didn't see this package at all in the first half. So the adjustments they've made, and they're just going fast here. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Richardson, see if he goes to Garrett again on the carry. Now it's a check with me, and Russell can catch their breath a little bit. Sorry about that. And as they rest just for a second, Richardson going to keep it himself, just looking for an opening, cuts back to the middle of the field. He's into the end zone easily for the 6-yard touchdown run. They made that look easy. Richardson carries it in from 6 yards out. Makes the score 27-13. Russell still leading. We're waiting the extra point by Logan Graham. Well, it didn't take him 6.5 minutes on that one. They did it just under 2. Graham on to try the extra point. Russell almost got that one. It does squeak in through the left upright. 27-14. The extra point's good. We'll take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
As fast as Greenbrier went, I'm just now thinking that the fact that they were had 11 plays on that first touchdown drive, the offense scores for Russellville in less than a minute. Defense might have been gassed because they didn't really get much time to rest there. And so Greenbrier scoring quickly there on that drive. They go 64 yards in just 6 plays in a minute 53. So that could have been part of it. But I'll tell you something, you haven't seen a team go fast, TC Greenwood, as fast as they're running. They started that last year where they're doing it all the time, and they go extremely quick. Graham kicking off for the Panthers. Russellville leading here 27-14. Foster's going to take it at the 10-yard line, running to the right, gets past the 20, breaks a tackle there at the 20-yard line. As he's pushed back, they're going to give him forward progress. They will to the 20-yard line, so just a 10-yard return. If he would have gone down when he had first gotten hit, he would have gotten a couple more yards. That's kind of how that goes. But they had thrown him back to the Greenbrier scored 2 touchdowns in their 2 possessions here in the second half. Russellville, this is their second possession. They scored on their first one in just 2 plays. Reed, short side of the field's his right. He's going to hand off to Tracy Daniels. Nothing there. He'll cut back. He gets across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. Now 119 yards for Tracy.
Russellville just needs to stay with their game plan. Move the ball down, work the clock.
Tracy 770 yards rushing on the season. This is only his 4th game as the starting running back, and the last 1,000-yard rusher we've had was Kentrell Scott. Tracy may be making a bid, and on that, he keeps this up. 2nd down and 7. Going to turn and hand it to Daniels on the sweep. He cuts it back towards the middle. He's slung down at the 30-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. I think he's got it, depending on where they spot it. I think they're going to give him a half-yard shy. It'll be 3rd down and half a yard. Nearing a minute left to play here in the 3rd. Cyclones leading it by 13. They like that sound effect. They play that every time it's third down, try to pump up their defense. They're playing it while the play's going on. Tracy Daniels going to lead forward, got the first down. They accidentally played it on a loop there. They're playing it while Daniels was running. He had some theme music as he picks up the first down. 2 yards on the pickup for Daniels, and it's the 10th first down by the Cyclones tonight.
1st and 10 for the Cyclones.
First and 10 for the Cyclones. Taking some time between plays. You know, that's partial of the time just to kind of give a defensive break there. Defense is sitting in chairs, kind of semicircle over here on the sidelines. And here's a handoff on the sweep. Peyton Harrison. He's going to get tackled out of bounds on the right side. That was a handoff on the fly sweep. Remember, Florida years ago was the first team I saw do that. Bring a man in motion, hand it off to him as he goes by. They give him a yard on the play, so 2nd down and 9 coming. Russell does not have to snap the ball again before the end of this third quarter, and I think they're lining up maybe just to see what Greenbrier shows. Maybe they're going to do it. I don't know. No, they're going to have to because they play clock down to 9, and D.A. Reed in trouble here on 2nd down and long. Breaks a couple tackles. He's fighting his way. He's going to be knocked down inside the 30. Ball comes free, but they said that it was ground caused the fumble back at the 28-yard line. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break. Russellville leading at 27-14. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
5-star rating on Google? Check. Climb your tree versus driving in your yard? Check. Top-notch front office staff? Check. Tree-wise tree guys, tree work experts, using proven technology and techniques for climbing and rigging your tree removals and trims. Give Jalen a call today, 479-222-0793. Tree-wise tree guys. We'll go out on a limb for you.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. And Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main and Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Russellville leading by a score of 27-14. Fourth quarter score, Greenwood leading Lake Hamilton 21-0. That was the halftime score. We'll see Greenwood next week. Last time Russellville beat Greenwood was a state championship game at War Memorial Stadium. That last play went for -4 yards for the Cyclone offense, so they're looking at 3rd down and 13 from their own 28-yard line as we start the final quarter. Boy, does it feel like we're hanging on here? It sure does to me. We're up by 13, but it feels like we're trying to match blow for blow here in the second half. 4 receivers in the pattern. Reed, he's going to play action. He's rolling to his left. He's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. Boy, he never really got a chance to look downfield as he loses 3 yards on that play, and 4th down and long coming. Russell going to have to punt the football away.
Well, Greenbrier knew that we were going to try to pass, and they were just sitting back. Had good coverage on our receivers.
Yeah, they didn't really sell out on the play action. It's tough to play action on 3rd and 13, but, you know, with Daniels back there, people maybe think he's getting it. Ball going to be snapped from the 25-yard line. Their return man, McElhaney's back at his own 45-yard line. Hallmarks did a good job of kicking it away from him. Bring a man in motion. That's Kurt Herring, the gunner. And Hallmark, beautiful kick. McElhaney is going to have to catch this over his shoulder. He's going to let it bounce. It goes to the 30, takes a Greenbrier bounce to the 31-yard line, 44-yard punt. Best thing he did was he kicked it over the head of McElhaney. He was expecting a shorter punt than that. 44 yards, no return. So the Panthers get the football. Russellville leading by 13 with 11:10 left to play in the ball game. Beautiful night here for Cyclone football trying to ruin the homecoming of the Greenbrier Panthers. First meeting between these two teams. Russellville has been playing football since 1906. Never played Greenbrier in football. Played them in junior high football, baseball, softball, a lot of basketball, but That was weird when we played Vilonia a few years ago. It was the first time Russellville played Vilonia. Just only team we'd played at Faulkner County is that city with 1,000 roundabouts in it. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 44. Of course, I'm speaking of Conway. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to motion out of the backfield. Richardson back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to dodge a man, throw across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Nearest receiver, nearest person to it was Bo Mosley of Russellville.
Some pressure put on the quarterback around his feet and ankles.
Well, I'm surprised they were so successful running the football with Richardson and Garrett. I know they want to go quick, but that last drive they had, they scored less than 2 minutes. And I'm surprised they didn't go back to it, which is fine with me. They're looking at 2nd down and 10 from their own 44. And again, empty backfield with 5 receivers in the pattern if you count the S-back. Now McElhaney's going to motion back to the right of the quarterback, and he's going to get the call here on the sweep. Running the left side, trying to bounce it outside. Russell coming up, misses the tackle there at the 30. He gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. I'm sorry, 36-yard line. Marndo Solis on the tackle there. They're going to give him the 38. I was looking over there on that far side because he marked the 36 and they gave him a couple more yards. Must have been near out of bounds line. 3rd down and 3. Russellville creeping up. They come with the blitz here. No, they're going to move McElhaney in motion, and Hogue's running right with him step for step. Under 10.5 to go. And fake the handoff to nobody there. Richardson, though, is going to carry, and he spun around, tackled, looked at the line of scrimmage. Are they going to give him? They're going to give forward progress to the 39. You kidding me?
Good.
And so it's going to be a 4th down. Yeah, they're going to give him a yard there. So 4th down and 2. They're going to go for it. 10 minutes left to go in the game. Russellville leading 27-14. Greenbrier looking at 4th and 2 from their own 39-yard line.
I don't think he quite made that much yardage.
They're going for it anyway. Empty backfield. Richardson, I bet he's going to keep it himself. He is. He's going to run left side, and he's got the 1st down and more. He's down left sideline. He's going to take this the distance. Nobody's close to him. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Greenbrier. 61 yards on the carry. Well, it's empty backfield. You knew he was getting the ball. And he takes it all the way for the 61-yard touchdown. He's now rushed for 118 yards on 10 carries. And don't look now, Greenbrier coming back. Russellville led 20-0 at halftime. It's now a 7-point ball game. And they can make it a 6-point game if Logan Graham kicks this one through. Russellville's been close two times to blocking this. Greenbrier only had 10 men. They're running on a late lineman here. 13 seconds on the play clock. Graham's extra point is good. 27-21. It's a 6-point lead for the Cyclones now. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Well, I think it's safe to say momentum has shifted over to Greenbrier. And I tell you, the Cyclone faithful have been quieted a little bit. Greenbrier scoring a touchdown there, making it 27-21. Cyclones still with the lead. And Greenbrier scoring, looking at this, 14 points in the third, 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Cut the lead to 6. So 9:26 left to go in the game. Russellville leading by 6. They need a big drive by their offense here. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded by Foster at the 14-yard line across the 20, 25, cuts back toward the middle. Got some room here at the 30, and is going to be taken down at the 35-yard line. So Mackay there with a 21-yard return. That'll up his average a little bit. And Russell will start at the 35. Next week, the Cyclones will be hosting Greenwood. It'll be the last regular season home game for Russellville. Then they'll finish 2 weeks from tonight at Lake Hamilton. Then the final week of the season, which is week 10, because remember, they start at week 0, 11 weeks, and they start the first one week 0 for some weird reason. Russell during week 10 will actually have a bye week. They had the conference open week last week of the season. 1st and 10 for the Cyclone offense at their own 35-yard line. Daniel's going to get the carry, trying to bounce it out left side. He'll get across the line of scrimmage to about the 38-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Tracy now 130 yards on 20 carries. A couple touchdowns tonight. Just need to grind this one out. I'll take a big touchdown run here, but not going to. Next thing we need to do is eat up the clock a little bit. Russellville leading by 6, 27-21, under 9 minutes to go. Led at half 20-0. And scoring 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter. 2nd down and long. Play action. Screen pass complete to Caden Rose, and he's going to be hit hard. Does get an extra yard after contact, maybe 2, as they're going to give him the 41-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup there by Caden, and 3rd down and 4 coming for the Cyclones. Caden now 5 catches, 60 yards, does have a touchdown. Had a pick 6 that was called back because of roughing the passer penalty. D.A. Reed, 8 of 13 for 75 yards. 3rd down and 4. Tight formation for Russell. Reed back to pass. He's going to throw it to Tracy Daniels out of the backfield. He's got the 1st down. He just lowered his shoulder and went forwards. I'm going to the sticks, and he gets a 1st down by a yard at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a good pass and a good run by Daniels.
Needed 4, he got 5. Russell keeps the drive going. Clock stopped here with 8:06 left to play in the ball game, leading 27-21. 2 receivers to the right. That is Dale and Harrison. Harrison, the outside man. Hallmark in at the S-back. Caden Rose here on the left side, the short side of the field. Daniels, the running back here on 1st and 10. Showing blitz, play action. Hallmark's wide open to the flat. He's got it. He's at midfield, breaks the tackle there, and he takes on 2 Panthers. Runs over him. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. Dives forward inside the 15-yard line. Big play by Ben Hallmark. Ran through 2 would-be tacklers.
I think Greenbrier gave up on him thinking he was going to go out of bounds. But he stayed in bounds and just ran over the defense.
Perfect play against the blitz there. Goes for 40 yards down to the 14-yard line. It's the first catch there by Hallmark. And now they blew the play dead. I don't know if we got they blew the clock. And I don't know if we've got a timeout or an official timeout or an injury timeout because nothing's been signaled yet. But Greenbrier's team's going over the sideline, so it must be a timeout Panthers. And I think that's what they're motioning. Odd that the team behind by 6 here with under 8 minutes to go is going to use a timeout here. So, but they're sending the teams to the sideline, so it's not an injury timeout. So Greenbrier going to use a timeout right here. We're already well into it, so we're going to keep it here. I don't want to miss anything by taking a break. 40 yards on the pickup there on the pass out in the flat to Ben Hallmark. That puts D.A. Reed over 100 yards passing tonight. He's 10 of 15 for 120. He does have that touchdown pass to Caden Rose for the last score of the second quarter. Russellville leading it 27-21 with 7 minutes, 50 seconds left. They haven't taken the time off the board for Greenbrier. That's got me wondering, what was that call? I mean, there was a player for Greenbrier that came over the sideline, was helmet off, pointing his helmet, and so I thought maybe his equipment issue. But whatever it is, we're back to action. 1st down and 10 for the Cyclones at the Panther 14-yard line. Daniel's going to get the call along the right side, sticks his foot in the ground, picks it inside the 14 to the 12-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. Russellville milking that clock and grinding out yards. This drive started at their own 35-yard line. They now have it 2nd and 7 at the 11. It's the 5th play of this drive. So far, they've gone 54 yards. Reed with Daniels to his left. Will hand it straight up the gut. He's inside the 10. He'll get a couple extra yards. I think they're going to give him the 7-yard line.
Number 88 on the stop for the
It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming. Under 7 minutes to go.
3rd down and about 3 for the Cyclones.
Russellville 306 yards of offense tonight. They've got 186 on the ground, 120 through the air. 3rd down and 3 at the 7.
Looks like they got the Wildcat formation.
Yeah, they run the Wildcat with 2 different quarterbacks tonight, Hallmark and Daniels, and this one's going to be Hallmark with Daniels in the backfield with him. Who do you go hit here? And now we have a timeout, Russellville. Play clock was down to 0, and so they called timeout to avoid the delay of game penalty. 6:19 left to go in the game. Russellville leading by 6, and we're going to take a break. Russellville 27, Greenbrier 21. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors, folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
KCJC, Dartnell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Greenbrier Panthers have scored the last 2 touchdowns. 14-0 run here, if you want to call it that. Russellville, exactly what the doctor ordered so far. 6 plays, 58 yards currently on this drive. They have it 3rd and 3 from the 7-yard line. Russellville leading 27-21 here with 6:19 left to go in the game. Cyclones called timeout there to avoid a delay of game. Russellville shows 2 timeouts left. That other one must not have been a timeout by Greenbrier. And Hallmark going to keep it himself. He's inside the 5, spinning, touchdown Cyclones. No, they're going to say he was down at the 1. And that'll give us a first down, though. They both came in, and nobody signaled. Russell was signaling. I'm sorry for calling it quicker than I thought, but, I mean, it's not even the 1-yard line, folks. It's the 1-inch line is where they put it down. And are they going to go same formation? They're going to go Wildcat, but instead of Hallmark, it's going to be Tracy Daniels running it with Magnus Golden, number 99 in the backfield, the fullback. Daniels going to follow Golden into the end zone for the score. Tracy Daniels gets his 2nd score tonight, and the Cyclones lead it 33-21. The Cyclones up by 12. They may go for 2 here to try to make it 14.
Reed's coming back out there.
Yeah. Well, he's the holder, too, so even if they're going to kick it, he would be out there. But, yeah, they are going to keep the offense back out on the field, run some different linemen, and Russell's going to go for the 2-point play here with 5:40 left. Leading by 12, you might as well. The sheet says go for it here. It's going to be empty backfield for D.A. Reed. 5 receivers in the pattern. Bring a man in motion. That's Caden Rose. They're going to fake it to Rose, and Reed going to roll to his right. Looking, going to have to stop. Throws to the end zone. It's going to be batted away. A 2-point play fails. However, Russell does get 6. They lead it 33-21. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in. Like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
Well, Cyclones got what they needed. They got a touchdown drive, and they ate up almost 4 minutes. They go 65 yards in 8 plays, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. And it was Tracy Daniels getting the touchdown run. His 2nd score of the night. 2-point conversion failed, so Russellville leads it here 33-21.
You have to go back to that little swing pass to Hallmark. I think was the key on that drive of keeping it going.
It was 1st and 10 on that play, and it was a 40-yard pass play. Eli Stratton on to kick off for Russellville with 5:40 left. Still don't know what that timeout was because they did not take a timeout off the board for Greenbrier, so they still have 3 timeouts to go. Eli going to kick this one. He'll squib it. It's going to hit and go out of bounds. And so they throw the flags, but it's not a penalty. It's doesn't come off your penalty yards is what I mean. And they're going to have the ball at the 35-yard line. Russellville 3-2 in conference play, 3-3 overall. As the night started, of course, it's always tough because everybody has open weeks at different times. But Russellville actually sitting in 4th place in conference. They're a half game up on Little Rock Christian because Russellville's 3-2 and Little Rock Christian's 2-2. If they finish in a tie, of course, Little Rock Christian beat Russellville. But Little Rock Christian's still got some tough games, but so does Russellville. They play Greenwood next week and then Lake Hamilton the week after. Right now we got to take care of this one. Russellville leading by 12 with 5:40 left. The empty backfield for their quarterback, Kane Richardson, who's gone the entire way here in this second half. And he's led on some touchdown drives. Back to pass. Richardson looks right, comes back left. He's going to roll to his left. Nothing. He's still waiting. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he'll get out of bounds. You can tell he's wanting to go downfield, but with some yards to be gained and getting out of bounds is good for them because they got to start thinking about clock. He can't cut to the middle of the field, which helps us because they've done a good job of of getting some yards running it towards that middle. Pick up 2 yards there. Clock is stopped with 5:28 left. 2nd down and 8. Richardson just in this one half, he's 11 carries, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Broke off that big long run that last time. There's a backwards pass to McElhaney. He's looking to throw it downfield. Ball's up for grabs. This could be picked off, and it is by Mackay Foster. Did he get it? No, they say it hit the turf. They say it hit the turf. It was go downfield to Israel Guzman, who has not had a catch since the first half. It falls incomplete, the trick play, and Russellville had 3 guys around it. McElhaney just waited too long to pull the trigger. That ball was just fluttering there and had 3 guys around it.
That ball hung up there like a baseball hit to left field.
3rd down and 8. Before the Panthers at their own 37-yard line. Empty backfield once again for Richardson. Low snap, looking right, goes back left. He'll throw. It's complete pass right at midfield, enough for a first down. Herring delivered a big blow on Marcus Simpson. That Simpson's just his 2nd catch of the season. They're going to go quick here as they have the ball at the Cyclone 49-yard line. Richardson going to keep it himself, running the short side of the field. He'll get out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 coming. A clock stopped with 5:03 left. 33-21, the Cyclones lead it by 12. Greenbrier with the football. I feel like we just need one stop right now. We could put the nail in the coffin maybe. Again, empty backfield for Richardson. They're going to put McElhaney in the backfield and hand it off to him. He's going to run the short side of the field. He's hit back at midfield, broke that tackle, but was not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And the best thing about it is he keeps the clock moving because he fell down at the 47-yard line. So loses 2, clock rolling here, under 4:50 left. They're looking at 3rd down and 8 from their 47. They're taking some time here. They're 2 scores down. I'm fine with that. Take all the time you want.
We need a stop right here.
Well, you know, they're thinking obviously 4-down territory, but you don't know if they're going to throw the home run ball or what. But they're going to bring in the running back, Matthew Garrett. They're going to try to get half of it. No. Richardson back to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to roll out throwing. It's going to be incomplete. Short hopped it over here to McElhaney. Good coverage by Mackay Foster on the play. And for him to roll right, being he's left-handed, he actually kind of had to throw that against his body a little bit. 4th down and 8 coming. Russellville wins on 4th down conversions on defense 52% of the time. Like to see that prevail here. They need just inside our 40-yard line for a first down.
He's going to take off running. Watch him.
Empty backfield for Richardson. Man in motion is Lawson Worthy. One of their lead receivers does not have a catch tonight. Back to pass. He's going to throw this one deep. He's got a man open, McElhaney, and it's complete at the 25. He's still on his feet, cutting back to the middle field. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, showing off that great speed he has. He rushes the last 25 yards for the touchdown. 53 yards on the reception for the score, and they're within 6. 33-27 our score with 4:07 left. That was almost a pass up for grabs. Mekhi Foster was there and just couldn't get to it in time. And then once McElhaney came down with it, he showed you speed. That's what everybody says. He's the fastest guy on the field tonight, and he showed that there, racing away from everybody. And the extra point is good by Graham, 33-28. Russellville's 20-point lead at half has dwindled down to 5. With 4:07 left, we'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
I tell you, Greenbrier, they scored 28 points here in the second half. Makes you wonder, what were they thinking? Why didn't they bring in Kane Richardson at the beginning of the game? I'm glad they didn't, but he's led them to 4 scores, leads them there. Richardson hooks up with McElhaney for a 47-yard touchdown pass. I said it's 53. It's actually 47. The extra point by Graham was good. 65 yards on that drive in 7 plays in a minute 33. The extra point was good. Russellville's lead is down to 5, 33-28. They still have 3 timeouts. They don't have to do the onside kick here. They think they could try to catch Russellville off guard. They're looking like they're doing it here. And they are going to do an onside kick, and it's going to be still up for grabs. And Kircher Herring comes down with it at the 49-yard line. That bounced up high in the air, too. It was a free ball, and Herring comes down with it. You can almost forgive the fact that Kircher's a Bama fan for doing something like that. How about that? He's a big Roll Tide fan, and I'm fine with that right now if he's going to keep making plays like that. And he comes up with it. Oh, he's going to cover the ball. Russell's got set up pretty good here on the Greenbrier side of 50 on 1st and 10 with 4:03 left. And Greenbrier just jumped off sides. They tried to jump back, but you can't do that in high school football. 2 flags come in. And as soon as you penetrate the neutral zone, it's a dead ball. And so that's going to put us further in their territory, 1st and 5 here. It's 5 penalties on them for 41 yards. We've been penalized 7 times for 67 yards. 1st and 5 for the Cyclones at the 44. Run blitz. Russellville runs right into it, almost right by it as Tracy Daniels gets to the 40-yard line.
Russellville just needs to slow down, take their time.
And now, timeout Greenbrier. They'll use their first timeout. 3:49 left. Russellville leads by 5. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Greenbrier using a timeout. They have 2 more left. 3 minutes, 49 seconds left to go in the game. Russellville leading 33-28. Daniels with that 4-yard run will give Russellville 2nd down and 1 because remember the penalty. I think smart play by Greenbrier, smart coaching there. Call timeouts on running plays. Don't worry about it being 1st down, 2nd down, whatever. They're going to save some time there. Russellville just need to pick up 1st downs, churn it out. Daniels now 142 yards on 24 carries. He may be getting it here on 2nd down and 1. Reed with Daniels to his right. He'll bring Hallmark in motion. He'll hand it off to Tracy Daniels, and he dives forward to get the 1st down inside the 40 to the 38. And Greenbrier going to call timeout again. We'll take another quick break. 3:44 left. Russellville leading 33-28. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Both these teams have tough weeks. The next 2 weeks of Greenbrier will go to PA and then back here to host Little Rock Christian. Russellville goes home to face Greenwood, the number 2 team in the state, and then Lake Hamilton, the number 3 team in the state at Lake Hamilton. Russellville leading 33-28 right now, just picking up that first down with 3 minutes 44 seconds left. Greenbrier has one more timeout. Might want to run the ball here just to force them to use their last one. They are going to run it. Tracy Daniels straight up the middle. He gets to the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. And again, Greenbrier going to use timeout. We're going to keep this one right here, forcing Greenbrier to use all 3 timeouts. I still wonder how they got seemingly that extra timeout. I just don't know what the signal was because they sent both teams to their benches during that time. They give him the 35-yard line, so 2nd and 7 coming for Tracy Daniels and the Russellville Cyclones. Daniels now 147 yards on 26 carries. And since taking over, he took over as a starter because of an injury to Justin Barber. And he's now 4 consecutive games of over 100 yards rushing. And for the season, he's at 797. And like I said, the last 1,000-yard rusher for Russellville was Kentrell Scott. It's been a while. 2nd down and 7. Russellville has the ball at the Panther 35-yard line. We'll get back to action here. 3:39 left. Greenbrier out of timeouts. The Cyclones lead 33-28. Daniel's going to keep it around the left side. Ducks his shoulder, and he'll dive forward to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. Now Russellville doesn't have to worry about Greenbrier timeouts. She's got to make first downs. Now he's over 800 yards for the season. Coming up over on radio station 102.3 at 10 o'clock, we'll have the scoreboard show. It'll go from 10 o'clock until midnight with Rex Nelson, all Arkansas high school football scores for 2 hours tonight. Russellville looking at 3rd down and 2 from the 30-yard line. D.A. Reed milking that play clock down. It's down to 4 seconds now. Daniels to his left. Here comes the blitz. He's going to hand off to Tracy running the sweep. Can he get the edge? He does. He's got the first down inside of the 25 to the 24-yard line, and the Panthers shaking up over on that far side. He needed 2. He got 6.
Daniels coming out. His helmet came off.
Yeah.
Not hurt.
Unless it's taken off by a player, you have to come out for at least one play, and so he's coming out for that play. He's got 158 yards tonight. And so Russellville, actually, you have to say one less than that because they're going to say he got to the 25-yard line. So Russellville going to milk it all the way down. Again, play clock down to 4 seconds. Mackay Foster, the running back, 2 seconds, 1 second. Mackay will get the call. Trying to bounce this one outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Mackay Foster carries it in from 25 yards out. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the game, and that is the nail in the coffin. I think Mackay probably said, hey, I'm going to take advantage of Tracy's helmet coming off. I'm going to stick this in the end zone myself. Why not? 39-28. Russellville leads it by 11. And are they going to go for 2 here? They are. Daniels back into the game. So we're probably looking at the Wildcat formation here. Darian Thomas, number 32, also in there. And Magnus Golden, number 99. They're going to lead block for Tracy. They are, and he's going to take it left side. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Russellville leads it 41-28 with 2:22 left. Breathing room now. Now we can breathe a sigh of relief. We'll take a break as Russellville scores there. Leads at 41-28. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Olathe Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Olathe Realty. We put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
Well, that last scoring drive, Russell goes 49 yards in 6 plays. Mekhi Foster, his first touchdown of the night on offense. He gets it in from 25 yards out. He's got 2 touchdowns tonight. Remember, he had that pick 6 from 41 yards out. 2-point play, Tracy Daniels takes it in, and Russellville leads at 41-28. Cyclones lead by 13 here with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. Russell really needed that drive. I mean, you score the touchdown, obviously, but you make them burn all their timeouts. You take up 1:45 left. And you ever want to say it's over, but, boy, it's looking really good for Russellville now. Stratton going to kick this one off. It's going to bounce. It'll be picked up at the 11-yard line by Miller. Runs it down the left side, and he's going to be hit hard before he reaches the 30-yard line. Taken down at the 29, so an 18-yard return. Gavin Davis actually on that return. And the Panthers will have it at their own 29-yard line. Well, they got to be thinking, why didn't they make the quarterback change in the first half? Because they started Owen Scribner, and he threw 8 passes, 3 of them to his team, and 3 of them were picked off by the Cyclones.
Okay, let's play smart defense.
Yeah. But this Kane Richardson's, he's been tough. Empty backfield, Richardson back to pass. He's going to throw out here left side, complete to McElhaney at the 30, trying to make a move on the edge. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Caden Rose. Caden was actually trying to keep him in bounds. Smart play by Caden, but McElhaney picks up 6 yards there to the 35-yard line. And does get out of bounds here with 2:08 left to go. Russellville leading by 13. Greenbrier second 4. It's going to be complete to McElhaney at the 40. He's got some room. He's at midfield, cutting back towards the middle. He's into Cyclone territory. Breaks a tackle at the 41. Dives forward to the 37-yard line. Russellville almost had that one picked off, but it goes as a huge gain there for Greenbrier. They're hustling the line of scrimmage after the 27-yard reception there by McElhaney from Richardson. Richardson now thrown for 148 yards. First and 10 for the Panthers, 1:48 left, and now a timeout called by the Cyclones. They use their second timeout here with 1:46 to go in the game. Cyclones lead at 41-28. 1:46 left. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
The heater broke down, I had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, gotta call AshleyAir.com. If your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
Greenwood defeats Lake Hamilton, shutting them out 24-0. That's a final. Little Rock Christian beats Silent Springs. Mercy rules them 62-7. PA leading Van Buren, but that game's not over yet. Last check we heard, it was in the fourth quarter, 62-26 PA. Minute 46 left here. Russellville leading 41-28. Richardson back to pass for Greenbrier, throwing to the sidelines, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Miles Miller. Falls incomplete. Second down and 10 coming for the Panthers.
I like what Thomas did, number 32. He put a lick on the quarterback about the time he released the ball.
Well, that's what we said to Coach Wheeler. Once the quarterback hit on non-running plays 38% of the time, get to him and hit him. All within the rules.
He got up a little slow. He's still stretching out a little bit.
Yeah, shoulder pad's kind of poking through on his right arm there. Of course, he's a southpaw, but he's lining up his team here on second down and 10. Russellville leading by 13. A minute 40 left to go in the game. Greenbrier at the Cyclone 38-yard line.
Move.
Yeah, they moved, and that'll stop the clock here and stop the play because 2 flags come in, and it's going to be a false start against Greenbrier. Put them back at the 43-yard line, so second down and 15 coming. That's their 6th penalty for 46 yards. They're taking their time marking it off. A minute 40 left to go in the game. Russellville leading 41-28. Cyclones led by 20 at halftime, saw that lead cut all the way down to 5. That last touchdown was huge by the Cyclones to eat up time and score that Touchdown to get up 13. Richardson back to pass on second down and long, and now here comes pressure. He dodges a man, but he can't dodge the entire line. He's going to be slung down by Javian Velasquez with a sack all the way back at the Greenbrier 47-yard line. That's a big sack.
A big one.
Velasquez picked him up and made sure he wasn't going to break the tackle. I mean, Richardson's a big boy, big sophomore kid. You have to do that to get him down. Loss of 4 on the play. That was more than that. That was more than 4 yards. What was that? Loss of 10 on the play. That's more like it. There we go. 3rd and 25 with a minute left to go in the game. Low snap. Richardson back to pass. Pressure again. And he's going to be swarmed back at the 40-yard line. Another sack. Velasquez again there. Had some help there by Ben Hallmark. And 4th down. And a cab ride coming up for the Greenbrier Panthers at their own 40-yard line. They need 32 yards for a first down.
They're
Clock
just
rolling,
taking their
yeah.
time.
Well, they know it's over now. 33 seconds left to go in the game. Russellville going to win this game. They lead it here by 13. Greenbrier looking at 4th and 32. Just going to chunk it down there, hoping to score. I tell you what, points do matter. If it comes down to a three-way tie, you win by 13 or less, it does matter. Russellville holding that 13-point edge right now. Richardson back to pass. Looking left. Plenty of time. He's going to sling it out there in the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Great defense there by Gabe Hogue. Guzman was there, went up to get it, and Hogue delivered the blow. Made sure it was incomplete. And Russellville's held on downs with 7 seconds left to go in the game. And the greatest formation in football for your own team right here. The victory formation. Russellville going to come out and take a knee and in this game and win it by a score of 41-28. A lot to talk about in our post-game show. Cyclones going home happy tonight. And Russellville Cyclones, after a rough start, of course that's going to happen when you're playing PA and Little Rock Christian, have won 4 games in a row here. And Russellville taking a knee, and that's going to be all she wrote. The Cyclones win it by a score of 41-28. We'll take a break, come back with your post-game show. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you, when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook, check out their reviews, and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. Heinzman & Son, serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue in South Arkansas.
Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
Welcome back. The Cyclones win it by a score of 41-28. Victory here for Russellville. And a buddy of mine texted me, said the longest winning streak in the Dave Wheeler era. It's 4 games. We'll take that. 4 in a row won by Russellville. They moved to 4-3 on the season, and more importantly, 4-2 in conference play. Look at the stats. It's a lot more even than it was in the first half. Russellville led at the half 20-0, but Greenbrier came back in a fury and made the stats a lot closer. 356 total yards for the Cyclones, 334 for Greenbrier. Breaking it down for Russellville, Tracy Daniels. I mean, what a game. 3 touchdowns rushing. He's got 157 yards on 28 carries. Of course, he had the big long 65-yard run that helped his cause, too. Mekhi Foster, 3 carries for 27 yards. He had a 25-yard carry for a score. D.A. Reed passing the football 10 of 15 for 120 yards and a touchdown. Caden Rose had 5 catches for 60 yards, had that touchdown reception. Tracy Daniels, 3 catches for 20. Ben Hallmark had 1 catch, but it was huge at the time for 40 yards on that last touchdown drive. For the Panthers, Kane Richardson ended up being their leading rusher and their leading passer. He threw for 148 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for 107 yards. And he did all that in just 2 quarters of play, because the first half it was Owen Scribner. He was 3 of 8 with 3 interceptions, one of those a pick 6. Russellville 58 plays to 50 for Greenbrier. Again, this evened out quite a bit. Russellville had 20 more plays at the half. Big stat in the game was a +3 turnover margin. That's huge, but all that came in the first half. And so nobody turned the ball over in the second half. Third down conversions for Russellville, 8 of 13, 2 of 9 for Greenbrier, 1 of 2 on fourth down conversions for the Cyclones, 2 of 3 for Greenbrier. And Russellville, more importantly, wins the game 41-28. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, it was a challenge coming here at Greenbrier's homecoming, and we jump out to a big lead. And then all of a sudden in the second half, Greenbrier really challenges Russellville. We did not give up. That you had to give it to these young men. They hung in there. They didn't give up. They didn't break. They stayed with their plan and did just a good job on defense. And then when they got the ball back, I still say the key to this game, one play, and that was that swing pass to Hallmark, who went down and broke tackles, stayed in bounds, and got the ball down around the 10-yard line.
Well, Russellville with the big win tonight. Do want to tell you a little bit about the scoring summary just to highlight a few things. Of course, the pick 6 touchdown for Mekhi Foster. He had a touchdown on offense and defense tonight. That was in a very important time where Russell really swung the momentum. They led by 7, and it looked like it was going in the halftime. In fact, there was 1:45 left to go in the first half, and Russellville gets 2 touchdowns late, and basically because of 2 interceptions. One goes for a pick 6, the other one sets up Russellville in the red zone, and that was a big momentum swing, and they needed it because Greenbrier came out like gangbusters in the second half. They cut it down to 33-28 when Richardson hit McElhaney on that 47-yard touchdown pass. Russellville goes 49 yards in 6 plays in 1:45. Mekhi Foster carrying it in from 25 yards out. Tracy Daniels, the 2-point conversion. Didn't need it at the time, but it looked good to be up by 13 with 2:22 left, and that was a nail in the coffin. Russellville only scoring 14 points in the fourth quarter, but that matched Greenbrier's 14 points, and so Russellville wins it by a score of 41-28. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Russellville Cyclone football. Reminding you that our next broadcast will be next week as the Cyclones will be back at home for their final game of the regular season at home as they host Greenwood. We're still hoping for a playoff game. That'd be nice to have at Cyclone Stadium. Greenwood Bulldogs won tonight against Lake Hamilton 24-0. They're number 2 in Class 6A. They lead the all-time series with Russellville with 11 wins for Greenwood and 6 wins for Russellville. Cyclones not beating Greenwood, we mentioned that, since 2016 when they defeat them in a state championship game. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock next week. It'll be senior night there at the Cyclone Stadium. We'll be on the air with the Coach Show on the radio side about 6:30. We'll be on the air on our Cyclone Booth YouTube page about that time because we want to get the senior night festivities. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We'll also send a special thank you to our Chief Engineer, Stephen Berry, our media team, Maggie Duval and Chase Canfield, for doing our stream. This is River Country KCJC and also Cyclone Booth YouTube, your home for all Cyclone sports. Once again, our final score from Don Jones Stadium in Greenbrier, it was Russellville 41, Greenbrier 28. Coming up on the radio side in about 27 minutes or so, you'll hear the scoreboard show with Rex Nelson from 10 until midnight. For Aaron Duval, Maggie Duval, Chase Canfield, Stephen Berry back at Russellville, I'm Mickey Duval reminding you, if you're riding the bike tonight, as always, do wear white. So long, everybody.
River Country KCJC proudly presents Russellville